gorgeous light beings, my healers, my star seeds, my light workers. Welcome back to my channel, The Pleiadian Priestess. Today's reading is going to be how do people truly, honestly view you? How do they really, truly, honestly feel about you when they see you, when they're around you? How do they feel? What do they think about you? Okay, this can include anyone, of course, but I'm going to make it less about romantic feelings and men and all that kind of stuff, but it could be about men, okay? And it could resonate exactly or perfectly with the reading that I did a few days ago about how do men view you, potential love interest, just to see if there's a difference, if it's the same, if everyone views you the same kind of energy, So that's what we got into in today's reading, Lord. These readings were longer than I was expecting them to be, so beware of that. But if you have the time and the energy, you want to hang out with me, sit back, relax, get a snack. Okay, sit back, relax, get a snack. Look at me rhyming. And then I'll see what you're reading, but you're gonna have to choose your reading first. Group 1, 2, 3. Thumbnail image 1, 2, 3, whichever one calls out to you the most. Your eyes keep coming back to the one you think is the prettiest. Who knows? And as always, I'll see you gorgeous people at your reading. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 1s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 1, group 1, welcome. Today's reading is going to be about how does the public / the people really view you? Really in all caps, like no cap. Let me stop. But seriously, no cap, no putting on, no lying. Whatever the card says, what's gonna come through. Whatever I pick up intuitively is gonna come through. How do the public / people truly view you? Now the window is wide open because it's a little hot in here and we've been burning up all day, but we're just gonna keep it open for now. So there's lots of beeping and noises in the background. So if you hear all that, I apologize in advance. Okay. So we're gonna actually get straight into the reading. How do they truly view you? Okay. I've been on this kick recently, so we're just gonna go with it. I've done how do potential love interests view you. Let me know of any other ideas you may want me to, get to on this channel. I was also watching a really cute reading a little bit earlier before this by Psychic Siren Tarot, and she was like, what do men say about your beauty? We have what do men think about it. I've never done what do they say about it, so I'm inspired to do a reading about that as well. So I guess stay tuned for that. So let's get into it. Okay, right off the bat, the wheel. This has been very popular lately. This came out in another deck, but in another reading. Okay. We have the 10 of Cups, but it's in reverse. Interesting. So with the wheel already and the 10 of Cups in reverse, there's something about you being everything anyone could ever want, but you still being unavailable or off limits. Because the 10 of Cups upright is like getting all that you've ever wanted, essentially, and being emotionally happy and fulfilled based on that feeling or getting that thing. The 10 of Cups in reverse is like, oh, there's my perfect person, but I could never have them. It's giving kind of like unrequited love a little bit. So there can be a lot of people who are in love with you that don't think you would ever give them the time of day or want to be with them. Okay, we have 5 of Pentacles in reverse. We have Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so there's definitely something here about you being unattainable or you being emotionally standoffish or emotionally closed off. Okay. My group 1s, please. How does the public truly view them? We have 5 of Swords. Okay, I'm hearing it's tricky. It's tricky. So it's something here about you is a little tricky, or it's tricky to deal with you, or you're just tricky to read. Here we have the 7 of Wands. Maybe because you're always on the defense. Interesting. This is an interesting story being told here. I'm going to have to move those cards over more so you have space for all these cards. Her hair was kind of curly. that song is coming through. So maybe some people have curly hair. Or I mean that part of the song is coming through. We already know that song. Okay, we have King of Wands. Yeah, so this is giving the cool kid that doesn't really talk much to anyone, keeps to himself, but all the girls are swooning over him because us women, and I think men too, love what we can't have. So you're representing that untouchable person that nobody could ever get. Oh, I always name him, but I'm so sorry, okay, for the people who are sick of me naming Edward. Excuse me, from Twilight. That just confirms it. How in the first movie everyone wanted him in the school, but no one could ever get him because he was the only single Cullen. And I'm so upset because I had a coworker who was sitting at this desk all day coughing, and I kind of like Lysoled it down and wiped it down, and then all of a sudden I start coughing the more I'm breathing in this air. Like, hopefully what she had wasn't contagious, but I'm going to be pissed off if I get sick. So there can be something here about you being contagious or people thinking you're contagious. I'm also hearing infectious. We have the Two of Wands. Okay. How does the public / people truly, really view my group ones? We have the Nine of Cups universe. Wow. So yeah, so all the cards that represent dreams coming true, wishes being fulfilled, they're coming up in reverse for you. So yeah, there's something here about people wanting you but not being able to have you. So there's that closed off nature coming through again. Okay, put those over there. So they took a lot of cards. Wow. Maybe I pulled more than I should have. But anyway, I'm telling the story. So we ended off on the Five of Swords, which is an energy of confusion. So you confuse people. They don't know what to take you for. Okay, they think that they know you, and the next minute you come out with a new personality, or that kind of energy is what's coming through. It's like you're giving me whiplash. Okay, then we have the Seven of Wands. You're always on your defense, so you're always on the defense, which is why people don't really know what to take you for. You know what I mean? I'm hearing, what kind of girl do you take me for? Promiscuous girl. That song is coming through. So that could be something that people really think about you, that you're promiscuous, but that's not really the vibe that I'm getting, but the song is coming through. Maybe just that one phrase was meant to come through. What kind of girl do you take me for? Maybe people, if you are a female or a feminine energy, people do think you're promiscuous, or you give off that vibe, maybe. And when people try to try it with you, you give them a really swift reality check. I'm hearing kicking the balls, okay? Good for y'all, because that's not cute. Okay. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So there's something here, and look at how it's dangling over someone's head. So it's kind of like you're the person that everybody wants. You're always dangling your little whatever you have over people, over their heads. Whether it's like the chance to get to know you more, or your love, or your affection, your attention, your time, just having a conversation with you, you kind of hold out like a Damocles over people's head, and they're like, I want it. It's kind of like the pendulum that when it goes back and forth, you hypnotize people. So that's coming through. Then we have the King of Wands, and that is that kind of like boss, magnetic energy that everybody wants to be around. Okay, everybody wants to listen to them, be a part of their energy, be a part of their crew, their friend group, and that's the vibe you guys are giving off. But there's something that's like no. Now you guys, I was mentioning something here about a popular girl, but not the kind that's like mean and like doesn't let everybody in. You guys are giving me that in this instance. Like even Regina George, she had her one little clique of 3 girls and no one else could be there. Like, you can't sit with us vibes is the vibe that you guys are giving, which is why you're coming through as unattainable and confusing. People are like, I want to see beyond the all these swords with the Five of Swords. I want to see beyond the confusion, the fog, but I can't. Because I'm not in her inner circle or his inner circle, Okay, interesting. Now we have the Two of Wands, which is something here. Okay, and this, I do remember this coming out in reverse. So now that when that happens, I guess that means the card is supposed to be in reverse, even though I don't really like reversals. But hey, I do remember it didn't want to come out in reverse. So Two of Wands is here about people wanting to pursue things with you or make the next move, or I'm hearing join you on your journey through life, because you seem like a very fun and exciting person, even though you do get confusing and maybe mean girl. But I'm not thinking you're doing it on purpose. It's just like, I have my boundaries like all the way up here. You can't get past. You like, you shall not pass kind of vibes is coming through for you guys. Go to Gandalf, and he's like, you shall not pass. This is protecting his energy, but in that scene, he was protecting the rest of the Fellowship of the Ring. Okay, so you protecting your peeps. So you're the one that, like, I guess, stands up and protects the rest of your people around you, okay? So, yeah, that's the kind of person you are as well with the King of Wands. He's the one that is definitely going to be fighting for his people sticking beside them, okay? That kind of energy, ride or die kind of energy is what you guys are giving off. And people love that. And they want to be a part of your crew, but it's like, you can't get in, you know? And I'm hearing how you're going to hate from outside the club and you can't even get in. Like, they be trying to hate and, you know, put all these negative connotations or negative terms or names on you, and you're just like, I'm living my life, I'm chilling. Like, okay, like, people try to villainize you is what I'm hearing. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands, and why these realities came out, I just put the cards down. We have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is literally popular girl, center of attention. Everything you touch turns to gold, the Midas touch kind of energy, and that's what you're coming off as. And I'm hearing that when it comes to work or competitive spaces, everyone wants to be on your team, which we didn't mention before, but you also get like a lot of hate or evil eye for it. Like, who does she think she is? Who do they think they are? Like, they're good at this and they're good at that, and they're also smart and they're also this and they're pretty and they have friends and the whole package, you know? Like, so a lot of people are like resenting you for being so charismatic and a force to be reckoned with, and having people like, you're the leader, because King of Wands is leader energy, and like having a pack to protect, you know? You're giving alpha energy, you know? And that is what this Six of Wands is coming through as, like, go forth and conquer. And you do that every single time. So you're always the top of your I'm hearing leaderboard or team. Like, you know how in some work spaces, how they're like, we have this group had the most sales of the month, we'll give it up for them, woohoo. And they kind of like track those things. Okay, it's kind of giving me the better way for me to more understand it is the houses in Harry Potter. How throughout the year they would all gather up points, and the points, the house whoever had the point, oh my gosh, the house who had the most points at the end of the year like won. So it was something that everybody was striving for. Everybody's team wanted to win, you know? And if they would like solve something or do really good, Dumbledore would be like, 5 points to Gryffindor. You know what I mean? That's the vibe that I'm like, I've never worked in a space where it's like, oh, this team sold the most sales this month, give them a clap. I can't relate to that. But the best way I can is watching Harry Potter and rooting for my house to win, okay? That's what's coming through. So there's something here about you always being in Gryffindor or Slytherin. Those are the two that would always win the most. So there's something here about you being very competitive, and you could be a Gryffindor and people from Slytherin be hating on you. You could be in a Slytherin and people from Gryffindor be hating on you because you guys are the main honchos. You know what I mean? The brave and the cunning. Both ambitious. They have lots of things in common, but you know what I mean? The Slytherin would go through more unconventional methods to get to win, you know? So you guys can be a Slytherin or a Gryffindor, okay? I'm really not getting Hufflepuff energy here at all. Or I think Ravenclaw is also smart, but like I said, they're not like rushing to win anything. That's why I do think that Slytherin is the perfect combo of Gryffindor and Ravenclaw. They have the smarts, the cunning, and the ambition, and they're doing whatever they need to do to win. That's what you guys are giving, you know? But they are also fiercely loyal to their friends, even though they have like the whole elitist racism going on or classism going on in that whole movie franchise book series. But y'all know what I mean. Now we have Knight of Wands, so there is something here about you like always going after what you want. So you are someone who's very ambitious, which is coming through once again. And people could call you like selfish, like self-absorbed in some kind of way, or like very like self-involved. You know what I mean? That's how the public like views you in some capacity. Or I'm hearing you're such a know-it-all is what I'm hearing as well. So you come off as like a know-it-all. Interesting. So you're the person that always wants to be top of the class. I'm hearing top of the hill, king of New York, hey, number one. These vagabond shoes are dying to stray. I want to be a part of it. Like, I want to be in New York where all the magic and all the happiness and all the fast moving, where all the opportunities are. That's where I want to be. That's where you want to be. So you're coming through as like an opportunist. That's the Knight of Wands. Wherever the most successful people are, the Knight of Wands is going to go. No matter who you have to trample over to get to the top, it's the vibe that's coming through. And you can take it as a good thing or a bad thing. It doesn't matter. You're just very ambitious, okay? And driven. You know, it's giving very Mars energy with you guys here. By any means necessary. Okay? Then we have the Nine of Cups in reverse, which is coming through again, like I said, almost there. I'm hearing, and I'm almost there. Almost there from Princess and the Frog, where no matter what was going on, Tiana was getting up and going to sleep for 2 seconds and hopping back up in the beginning of the movie and putting on her waitressing outfit or cleaning outfit and going to her restaurant and cleaning up. Like, it doesn't matter if you are tired, you're going to do whatever needs to be done to get your job, to get your high accolades. You know, I'm hearing Dean's List, to get your valedictorian. There's something going on about that. Now, it's also giving me all those movies where the two, okay, it just came through. I love, Spirit really, I gotta be giving props to Spirit because they really do be coming through for me. I love y'all. If I don't tell y'all enough, like, bro, I'm like, how am I gonna explain this? I'm getting like brief glances of movies that I know feature this kind of dynamic, but I've never watched them in order to explain them to you. But there is a show that I have watched, and it came through right after. It's Never Have I Ever. It's on Netflix, and it's about a high school student named Davy, and she is like comes from an Indian background. And y'all know how those people be when it comes to their kids. You better be the top of your class to go on and be a doctor or a lawyer or one of those high paying jobs. We ain't struggled to get you over here to America now for you to be a accountant or a retail worker. No, you're going to school to be a doctor. That's the main job they love for their kids to have, based on stereotypes, but I'm pretty sure it's true as well. The Asian and the Indian, those kind of cultures, y'all better have high marks or else. Okay, so that's what's coming through for you guys. But in the show, we have Davy, who is always the top of the class. Then we have Ben, who is her rival since like kindergarten, and they've always been head to head as the smartest kids in class. And wherever Davy was, Ben was right under. Wherever Ben was, Davy was right above. So I think she was always the one that was smarter, you know. And Ben was like white. He wasn't anything. Like, I think he had like maybe Jewish backgrounds as well. But I know Davy's family like was really like laying it on her. You have to be good and be smart and be at the top of your class. And then we have Ben, who was just an overachiever to get under Davy's skin, honestly. But also because he was never really seen at home. His dad was like some rich lawyer, hotshot person. And he was always left at home by himself, so he didn't really have anything else to strive for. And I think in his mind, he was like, the more I succeed and the smarter I am, the more my father would love me or pay attention to me. So that was his motivation behind being the smartest in the class. Davies was just family, okay? I mean, they were always like competing. They were on honor society, and they were on debate club, and they were always valedictorian, and then Ben was a salutatorian. It was just like a big game for them, and that's the vibe that I'm getting. There's also like, I think this is a movie with Reese Witherspoon. That's the first example that I was getting for this dynamic, but I don't remember the exact name of the movie, and I've never watched it, okay? So there's like a movie with Reese Witherspoon where she's the smartest girl in class, and she's always like going up against another guy who's the smartest kid in class. And then I think Netflix also redid that movie with the girl from, I think she was like the granddaughter in Blue Bloods. If any of you watched that show, she was a granddaughter that like kind of went bald, and she's like, not bald, but she cut her hair really short. She's the main character in that movie, and she's like going up against a black kid. They're both the smartest kids in class. That's the kind of vibes that you guys are giving. The smartest kid in class, overachiever, always trying to make the best, always trying to one up someone. And it may just be for your own personal gratification. It may not be for family or whatever reason, but it's just you want to be the best. That's it. That's the kind of energy you give off to the public. That's how they truly see you, as someone who's always trying to get to that next step, who's always trying to, okay, I got this award, I need to get the next award now. Like never satisfied vibes is coming through. And that's sadly the overachiever, okay? And that's literally what this Ace of Pentacles can mean. You're always constantly manifesting new opportunities for yourself is the word I was looking for. And this like big goal that you're searching for, it could be a specific goal that your heart's desire, which is why we have 9 of Cups and 10 of Cups. This could represent you never being happy or satisfied because you're always moving on to the next best thing. So you've reached the 9 of Cups moment where you were happy for one moment, and then you're like, okay, I'm not satisfied. I have to now make a new goal to achieve or strive for, kind of energy. That's how you come off to the public. Truly, really. But yeah, we have this Ace of Pentacles where it's something being dangled in front of you. It's like a carrot dangled in front of a rabbit, and they have to run until they get it, knowing there may be a chance that they're never going to get it. Because when you're on a treadmill, the treadmill could never stop, kind of energy. It's like you're reaching for a goal that, and even if you reach the goal, you're never going to be satisfied. Is how people are viewing you. Whew, I feel like I've been talking a mile a minute. Jeez Louise. But yeah, this is that Seven of Wands. You're like, I have to win. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see what else is coming through for you guys. Anything else with the rest of the cards? Successful with Six of Wands. Two of Wands in reverse. Like, it's like there's something here about maybe like, I'm hearing not thinking, because the Two of Wands is the planning card before we even make our move. With the Two of Wands in reverse, exactly, you're not thinking before you do things, which is also that Knight of Wands energy. You're just go, 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 do. You're not thinking things over, which could lead to burnout, or it could lead to frustration when you don't get what you want. But it's like you're not thinking. Impulsive is the word. Thank you, Spirit. How you coming through with me? I appreciate y'all, bro. Like, yo, I love it. I'm like, I'm never gonna know the word. And 2 seconds later, we got you. Just go talk. And I'm talking. I am. But yeah, that's what's coming through here. But the Wheel of Fortune is like, it's like a destiny. It's like you're giving Harry Potter, literally. Where in every movie he was faced with the biggest challenge in the world, and he almost died doing it. But did that boy do it? Yes. And it was all just not even know-how. It was all blind luck and faith, and his having a good friend group around him. Without Hermione, he wouldn't have been able to do ish. In the one movie where they played chess, without Ron, he wouldn't have been able to do ish. Especially in the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2. Without them there helping him find them Deathly Hallows, he wouldn't have been able to do nothing. Without Dumbledore helping him in the background, he wouldn't have been able to do nothing. In that one movie, Goblet of Fire, without Neville Longbottom, he wouldn't have been able to do nothing. Like, without Mad Eye Moody, but also Barry Crouch Jr. in disguise, Harry wouldn't have been able to do nothing. This man was going off of blind faith, but he didn't give up. He had that ambition up in him, Harry. Yeah, and he got things done, no matter if he was the smartest or not. So you guys are definitely giving Gryffindor Slytherin vibes here. But yeah, I've done enough with that. Let's go on to the next cards. Let's see what else comes through. But you guys are definitely giving King, leader of the pack vibes, because Harry was also a leader of his friend group, you know, or the main character, I should say. That's also King of Wands energy, and that's my confirmation. Appreciate you. What else is coming through for you guys? But yeah, the way Harry had a prophecy, you guys are giving this person is destined to become something, and they're not going to stop until they get it. Which is why we began the spread with the Wheel of Fortune, and we ended with the Nine of Cups in reverse. I don't care if I fulfill 5 wishes off my 10 wish list. I am not stopping until I fulfill all 10. I'm not going to be satisfied until I do. You're giving Hamilton. Or no matter how many things he accomplished as a, what do they call it? He was a bastard. What was the beginning of the freaking play? He was a bastard, orphan, something decorated war vet. Unite the colonies through more debt. Have it all, lose it all. You ready for more yet? That's the vibe you guys are giving. And then y'all have y'all hating mofos on the background, Aaron Burrs, so they can't do what y'all do. Yeah. So the public may be y'all own personal Aaron Burrs or people, you know? They're like, who do they think they are achieving all these things? It's just like, they're just mad that you can do it and they can't. That's mainly where jealousy come through. That's mainly what jealousy is and why it comes through or where it comes from. So you're doing something someone else wants. You have something someone else wants. And that's the kind of vibe you guys are giving, whether it's your friend group, your energy, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your family, your awards, your job, you know what I mean? Your kids, your house, your car. But people are like, oh, who do they think they are? Kind of, it's like, why are you mad? Leave me alone. Is the energy coming through for y'all? And that's what all you do. You still mind your business. But there's something here about people wishing they could be in the inner circle, but they really, really, really just can't, you know? Like when it came to Harry, Hermione, and Ron, that's the perfect example. Even though they made the different friends, and there was Luna, and there was Neville, and there was, what was the rest of them? There was Dean, and there was that, who is it? What's his name? Seamus, the one that was like, there was mad people in Gryffindor house, and there was mad people that, you know, Hermione could have girlfriends she could have made, but it was always just their core group at the end of the day. So there's something here about you have a core friend group, okay? Anything else that's coming through? Jeez, these are too many cards. Don't play on my face like that. I'll take one more, and that's it. I thought so. Sure, doesn't play me. Okay, we have action. Yep, that's what you guys are coming through as, action. I hope you can see the cards as well. Like, I really have been splitting these readings up between work and home. When I'm at home, you guys get the full overhead view. When I'm at work, which you can see here, you get this is all I got for y'all, you know? I can't do nothing too crazy at work. With the horse tail, we have patience. So action and patience. I mean, that's quite the juxtaposition as well. Because I do believe those are not like synonyms. They would not be. They wouldn't get along, but you have them. I'm hearing in abundance. So you have loads of action, but where you have all that action, you also have patience to watch your dreams come true. And I think that's also something Hamilton had as well. He was in it for the long haul, if we're using that example. He was not stopping. He was not giving up. He was not backing down. No matter how many obstacles he was faced with, he's fighting, defending himself. So you have a good defense, which is also that Seven of Wands energy coming through. It's like, you know, fighting, being on the rebound. Not the rebound. I meant to say defense, okay? But rebound can be a thing as well. Who knows? But it's like kind of like being like, okay, whatever comes my way, I'm not going to stop. I have a good defense up, you know? Here, the next we have protection. That's what I was saying. You be protecting your friends. You're that roar lion figure. And when I do think of Gryffindor, I think of the Gryffindor as a lion or the Griffin, you know? And the Griffin is part eagle, part Griffin. No, Gryffindor. The Griffin is part lion, part eagle. So that's the vibe you guys are giving, you know? I'm hearing a bird's eye view. So you definitely know how birds can be so far up in the sky and like pinpoint on their target and then swoop down and get it from so far away. That's what you guys are giving. You may be so far away from your goal, but you're so focused on it. You know, it's like laser focus on your goal. You're gonna get it, okay? You're gonna get it done. There's also something that's really graceful about you as well. You could walk very gracefully. You could be very tall. I'm hearing lean, lithe is also coming through. I'm hearing limber. Okay, so you can be very flexible. But there's something here about you being like, I'm not getting you look intimidating, but there could be something here about your energy is the intimidating part about you. Like, you can look really innocent or sweet or unassuming, you know what I mean? But it's that energy about you that's like giving, you know, or roar, you know, that kind of energy. Stay away from me, I'll beat you up kind of vibes. But yeah, people know when it comes to you and yours, you're protecting it. Yeah, I'm hearing 10 toes down. Yeah, I'm stepping. Let's step. If you want to come to me and my people, let's go. You know, so you're scrappy. That's also coming through. People are like, oh, you got to be careful for that one because they're gonna fight you, you know, that kind of energy. Then we have death. Interesting. Yeah, that's an intensity that's coming through for you guys. Death. We have Angel's Trumpet. This is giving transformation, judgment. Judgment. But in this card, it is giving Pluto and Mars. So yeah, death. I can never say death in certain instances without getting that lady. Like, I don't know. Okay, so we're bringing it back. Twilight. Y'all seen the last Breaking Dawn? It's not the last one. It's the first one. Where they go on their honeymoon and bloop, bloop, bloop it up. and Edward, like, breaks the bed. And then the people come in the next day. It's like, huh? What's going on? What happened here? And then the day after, when they're ready to go in, before they go in to clean the bed and see that the bed is all messed up, it cracks me up every time. Like, those are my movies, bro. Like, I can't. I'm sorry. So I think they're kissing, and then the lady walks in and says something, and she's like, ah! and then Edward pulls away from Bella with the most awkward face ever, and he's just like, what did I do? So he could tell that she could know that he's like a predator. He's like a vampire, you know what I mean? And then when Bella thinks that she's pregnant, they ask the woman to come back, and Edward asks her, have you seen anything like this? And she's like, I know what you are, to him in Spanish or whatever the language is. But they're in Brazil. I think it is Spanish or Portuguese. And a little bit after that, what happens after that? He's like, what's gonna happen? What happened to those people, those cases you found where somebody got pregnant? And she like says death in the most gruesome way ever. And she's like, grrr, so guttural. And I'm like, ma'am, you don't have to do all that. Like, relax. Yo, she be cracking me up. So every time I hear death, I hear the way she said it in the movie, like, more. Like, I'm gonna say it, like, I'm thinking of, like, I'm hearing Mordor, okay? So we could have some Lord of the Rings people here, but like I'm just gonna try to say the way she said death in her language. She said Mordor, like she said a real guttural, like real crazy. I'm like, ma'am, you're going in for why? Relax. So that's what I'm hearing with this death here. You're giving like very intense, very guttural, very like competitive, maybe a little aggressive for some of you. But yeah, you don't back down. That's that vibe coming through for y'all. Because bro, I am rolling on the floor. You know what? I'm gonna get some dice for you guys. Let me go get the dice first. I gotta find them in my bag. Okay, I'm back. I was also hearing like blitzkrieg, which I do believe is like a military force kind of attack. And you know, I'm like hearing like a whole bunch of bullets being kind of energies. That's what blitzkrieg always gives me when I hear it. But the first time I ever heard it was like in high school, and they were teaching us about World War II or something. So blitzkrieg could be some kind of military attack or force or whatever. But that's the vibe you guys are coming off as, like somebody that's like a dead, like a vengeful angel. You know what I mean? An avenging angel kind of energy. You know. Like very intense vibes of what you guys are giving off. That's how you come off to the public, you know. Like by any means necessary, I don't care what I have to do to get what I want. And the wheel did come out for you guys. And the wheel is Scorpio energy, it's Taurus energy, like very forceful, stubborn, fixed and set in your ways. So that could be coming through as well. Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. So Leo coming through again with this Rue card, very sun energy. It's like you can't look directly into the sun because that's how bright and hot it is, you know. So many people find it hard to look you in your eyes, you know. But here we have Saturn, and then we have Venus, which is patience. So that's that balancing off energy. And then we have Mars coming through again with Pluto. So wow, that's what... It's funny how in this card we have Mars and then Pluto and this nettle action. And in this card we have Pluto and then Mars, and it's saying death. Like, what's the difference in the situation, in the placement of it? Anyway, we're not gonna figure that out right now. Let's get these dice down. We have Gemini. That is the energy coming through where you're able to do both, you know, do everything. Not even everything, but you have like two different sides to you. There can be a side that people who love you see, and there's a side that other people see, you know? Duality. Maybe people could call you two-faced, fake, blunt. You're very intelligent, though. You're very smart. You're very funny. Because Gemini are all those things, and they rule over the third house, which is communication. So you're very good at speaking. You know what I mean? Very good speaking voice, or you're good at like doing public speaking, stuff like that. You know. Yeah. You could also have like a very urban edge to your look, because that's what Gemini always gives me for third house. It's very urban. You know. So you could just like very streetwear, stuff like that. You know, sneakers, baggy clothes. Jeans, stuff like that. You're not like really into the, I'm hearing a militant as well. So you're giving like fresh outfit, whether it's a suit, whether it's a uniform you have to wear to work. You're just giving like always structured and put together militant. You're very militant in how you dress, how you put your hair. Your hair could be always pulled back into a bun, and like how they call a severe bun, where there's no flyaways, no nothing showing. That's the kind of vibe I'm seeing in my head. Okay, here, what the bleep? It actually came out again, Pluto. Yes, you guys like very intense. Oh my. Pluto always gives me Tower energy. It also gives me Scorpio. And then, of course, it came out for the Death card here. So you guys are very intense. You're very, like, I'm hearing an acquired taste. People could be scared of you low-key. So, like I said, some of you are definitely leaning more towards the Slytherin scale, where people are like, oh, stay away from them. You know, they're evil, whatever. That's the vibe you guys are giving. And then here we have Cancer, which would be that softer side. Because this is the opposite of, stay away from them, they're scary. That's the complete opposite. You're very nurturing. Homebody is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that song Homebody by Billy Raffle or Rafool. I never know how to say his name. Fourth house energy of being at home. There's something here about your roots running deep, so that would make sense as well if you are a Slytherin and you're very proud of your bloodline and where you came from. Maybe you're a little bit elitist, like I said, classist. Maybe some of you, I don't want to say the word, but you know what I mean. It's low key, okay? Something is that begins with the R. I don't know who's watching the video. If it doesn't resonate, if you don't take it, but just know that it doesn't matter if you're any kind of I'm saying religion. Interesting. Any kind of race, you could still be that towards someone else. Okay, but Jupiter, you're also very sensitive. People don't see that side to you though. I'm hearing you have the gift of gab. That's that cunning coming through. So some of you are just Slytherins out here. Okay, here we have Neptune, which is also very dreamy, very watery, very 12th house, okay? There's something that is magnetic about you, and that's that water coming through 2 times over with the Cancer. And I love when the what is it called? The Gemini sign comes out, because it does represent duality, and then it comes through in the rest of the dice. Because we have that very intense Plutonian energy, which is like underworld dark, and then maybe others if you could be like very soft and very cute, and like it just depends on how you look. I'm hearing like really like dark, what the heck, dark, very dark slanted eyebrows, where it's like, you know, it makes you look really mean and intimidating kind of energy. Than others if you could like really beautiful and really feminine and really soft, and people are just like, but that personality is still there. It doesn't matter where you look, you know. But some of you are coming through as harsh and dark and, you know, blitzkrieg and militant and army. And then others of you are coming through like maybe a little bit more feminine, and you have like a really soft, I'm hearing button nose. You could have like nice skin, really big, dreamy eyes, you know, puppy dog eyes. And people are just like, why are you so mean? And people think just because you look innocent that you're not mean. Like, no, it's no, okay? Then we have 5th house, which is very playful. See, so there are 2 sides because we have 5th house coming through right here, and then the next card, oh, this is 8th house. I thought it was 6th house. I'm gonna leave that be. I thought so. It's still coming through though. We have 6th house, and yeah, the way that it's placed out of the corner of my eye looks like a 6. I'm like, you have like your work persona, then you have your persona outside of work, and when people see you, people can see both. They can have interact with both, and they're like, I want more of that fun 5th house energy. Like, no. You know what I mean? That's only for my close people. That's for my peeps, you know? You're not a part of my peeps. You can't have that side of me. That's the vibe that's coming through for you guys. But we have Leo coming through again in 5th house. And 5th house is all about dating, romance. It's all about fun, carefree, childlike energy. You know, it also rules over your children, the children that you will have. So there can be something here about you being like maybe more nice towards kids or your children specifically. And everyone else can just like, you know, eat dirt is what I'm hearing, okay? So 5th house is like very fun and light and playful and like romantic, like dreamy kind of energy. That mixed with the Neptune is like giving very like romantic, hopeless romantic vibes. So some of you could be coming through with that as well, you know. You're not all harsh. You have some hopeless romantic to you. Because then we also have that 4th house Cancer energy coming through, which is just about wanting to love and be loved, feeling things very deeply. And that means, and I've heard this before and I've said it even more, people who are mean, and come out like very harsh are only that way to protect their inner shell, which is the crab. The crab, if they were to let you in and didn't wear their shell, they would be all goopy and muscle. They wouldn't have anything, no defense against their soft, cushy parts. The people who are the meanest have the gooeyest center. And they're mean so people can't see past that exterior they put up. Point blank, period. Okay? And then we have 8th house coming through again, which is more Cancer, nope, Scorpio energy. So we have like a lot of water coming through for you guys, okay? We have Cancer, we have Neptune, which is Pisces, and then we have 8th house, which is Scorpio again. Okay? So that intensity coming through once again, but it also rules over sex, it also rules over contracts, it rules over death. Okay, but I mean, things that are unstoppable and things that we can't avoid in life, like taxes, bills. Like, so something here about stress. You stress people out maybe. Or people always feel like you are stressed maybe. I don't know. But there's something here about people wanting to enter your inner sanctum, but they really can't. Okay? But yeah, 8th house vibes are coming through. You're very intense. Okay? And maybe you do. I'm hearing some mergers and acquisitions for you guys. Maybe you do have like a very intense job where you kind of like, I'm hearing rule over people. Yeah, you can be the boss. And people are like, why are they so mean to me? Because if a boss isn't, you're going to take advantage of them. That's just literally how it is. That's human nature. If someone doesn't stand their ground and force you to respect them, people are going to be like, oh, they're so nice. Nobody wants to be nice anymore in this day and age. Everybody takes it to the extreme and takes advantage. You could have had that experience of me taking advantage of you like never a flipping again, okay? I'm mean now, and that's it. And you can call me mean. I don't care, okay? That's the vibes you guys are coming off as. But 8th house, what else can I say about 8th house? You guys do have that sex appeal, okay? You guys have that brooding. Everybody wants to be around you. Everybody wants to have with you. You're also giving like very dominant vibes, so like people want to be dominated by you in the bedroom, or I'm here in the boardroom. Let me stop. Yeah, it's getting very sensual. You have like a sensuality to you that people would love to be around and people would love to experience. But like I said, you don't be given any kind of energy, especially that 18 plus energy, to anybody or just anybody, you know. So maybe picky, hard to impress. You know, really high standards kind of energy is the vibe you guys are coming off as. But it's like you're everybody's like dream, what they would love, their wish fulfillment, but it's like it's gone unfulfilled with the 9 of Cups in reverse and also 10 of Cups in reverse. Like, I would love to be with her or him, but I know they're never going to want to be with me. Or I would love to be with her or him, but they're not interested, or they're too hard to read, or I don't want to put in the work to have to, you know, earn them, or, you know, make them like me back. Is a vibe that's coming through for you guys. Okay? But this was supposed to be a short reading and went long. I didn't even get the cards from here. Let's see what else comes through for you guys. I'm trying to rush to leave. I'm like, I got places to be. Like, luckily I don't have work after work this time, but I was here enough today. How does the public truly view my group ones? Please, Spirit, my group ones. How does the public truly view them? Really, in all caps. Oh, so really is the magic word, huh? Maybe you have a magic word. You don't do anything without, you don't agree to anything without consent or something here about that. I'm hearing kinky coming through. So some of you can be really kinky and people see you as very kinky, you know? Maybe you wear like collars, maybe you wear like spikes, maybe you wear, leather. I'm hearing, you know what I mean, really dark clothing, or maybe more sensual clothing. Maybe you show a lot of skin and tempt people, and then when you reject them they get upset. That's the kind of vibe that's coming through. Very brooding kind of vibes. Like I said, the Edward Cullen, you know his character. If you don't, he is the person who could read everybody's mind, but he was no one was ever able to read his mind. He knows what you want before you want things. He knows people's true intentions, that part as well. So he was like very closed off, very just like, my soul is damned, and you know, like kind of thing, like woe is me, and I'm never gonna go to heaven because he turned me into a vampire. That he meets Bella and his whole world is like changed because he can't read her mind. He's just like fiercely, intensely attracted to her, intrigued by her. And you know what I mean, just a whole bunch of different things go on in that movie, but it's like that intensity you have, like where you fully devote yourself truly to someone. He had that artistic spirit about him. He wrote music, played the piano. He was that kind of tortured soul vibes, and that could be how people truly view you. Okay, we have stormy weather, and I'm hearing that song by Etta James. Now that me and my daddy we ain't together, it keeps raining all the time. Okay, so you just always come through a stormy, dark, brooding kind of energy. That's what's coming through in that card. We have invitation, chances are, so you're very popular. 6 of Wands coming through again. Okay, confirmations. We have attraction. Yep, look at that. People are attracted to you so bad, real bad. Okay, here we have pack your bags. You could be seeing the someone who's always traveling. Okay, you're always planning your next trip. Because that's what that 2 of Wands could be as well. You just get up and leave and do things. You're very, like I said, impulsive in your actions and in your decision making. I want to go on a trip. I'm going on a trip. I want to go get a man. I'm going to get a man. I want to go have relations. I'm gonna have relations. Okay, we have love, but you do have like a very loving, kind nature to you. People do fall in love with you quite easily. Why don't you let them pass that exterior that you put up, child? Okay, and that's the whole Cancerian of it all. They put on like a really big front, like I don't need nobody, puffy, them chest up, and it's just like, Cancer, go sit down. You know you just wanna hug. You know, stop trying to be big and bad in the land. You ain't. Okay, that's the kind of vibes people want to say to you, like down boy or down girl. And then we have do it yourself. That's the kind of person you are. If it's like, yeah, you want to do it all yourself, because I'm hearing people are incompetent. You can't find good help these days, and that's hilarious. So if you could do everything yourself, you could, but you would. But if certain things you can't, you definitely, like, you know, would get some help, but you wouldn't help just anybody. I mean, you wouldn't help just anybody. I meant to say you wouldn't ask just anybody, but okay. You wouldn't help just anybody. Dang. Okay, group 1. That's how you feel. If you really feel, say less. Okay, so yeah, pack your bags. You're always traveling. stormy weather. But I was gonna say, with me and my daddy being together, it keeps raining all the time. You could give off daddy vibes if you don't consider that. Even if you're a feminine energy, you give off daddy vibes. I'm gonna get things done. I'm gonna provide for this household. I'm gonna protect. I'm gonna serve. I'm gonna provide. Is the vibes you give off. Can y'all shut, yo? That's the vibes you guys give off. I don't know what else to say. But if this reading resonated, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you watch this reading. And keep being your sexy, brooding selves. We love it here. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 2s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 2, the number 2, the energy of group 2, welcome. Today we're going to be getting into how do people / the public really, in all caps, truly view you, okay? So we're not going to hold anything back. Whatever I get, I'm going to say. If it doesn't resonate for you, let it go out the window, let it flow. It doesn't have to resonate for you. Everything doesn't have to resonate. If you find most of the readings not resonating, then it's probably not for you. And you should go and check something else. If once I've pulled the tarot cards and nothing that I'm saying is resonating for you at all, this isn't the reading for you, okay? But we're going to be getting into how they really, truly view you. I went over how do potential love interests view you. If you're interested in that, you can go find it on my channel. We've gone over how do, I feel like I've done like, how do your friends view you as well. That's like one of the first readings I've ever done on this channel. How do your friends view you? I've done that. We've done a lot of how do people view you kind of energy. And this is just the next step in the evolution of how do people really view you? What do they really think about you? What do people really think about you? You know what I mean? So let's get into it. Thank you for being here today. Appreciate you. And I shuffled a lot before starting the reading, so we're going to jump right into it. If you hear all sorts of cars and beeping and noise, the window is open and I'm still at work, yes. It's late, yes. But I have more quiet and peace and quiet than I have at home, so I'm going to do what I got to do, okay? But yeah, if you hear a lot of beeping, because it tends to get very beepy in this area for whatever reason, just pay no mind to that. Okay, we're going to get into how do people really view you. You know what? I think I'm going to take off this headphone I have in my ear, because it's going to start beeping soon. I'm talking about low battery. Like, I'm not going to... Okay, hold on. Now I'm wondering if group 1 was even recorded for... I hope it was, because I would cry if it wasn't. But let's get into your reading. A lot of cards came out for you guys, so I'm like, as I'm picking them up, I'm going to decide if I'm taking them in reverse or not, okay? So let's get into it. What's the first card? We'll pick up this one. This is the only one that's you have 7 of Wands. Interesting. Some of you could feel called to group 2. I mean group 1. Oh, maybe not. Group 1. But we have 7 of Wands, okay? You're always on the defense. You're very defensive. I'm hearing you're very athletic. I'm hearing you're very good at, I'm hearing feng shui, okay? I'm hearing taekwondo. I'm hearing jujitsu. What is the other one that I'm hearing? Kickboxing. You're a very good fighter is what I'm hearing. Whether it's like verbally fighting or the way the avatars in those shows like stand right there waiting for you to choose them. That is what's coming through as well. But it's like, it's not taekwondo, no. What is it called? It's like Brazilian boxing. Brazilian. I really don't want to. Brazilian fighting styles, I guess. It's jujitsu. Oh, I don't know what it is then. It's something that's trying to come through, but I can't remember right now. Okay. But yeah, you could be someone who's formally trained in any of those martial arts, okay? But it's like right down the tip of my tongue. Anyway, we're going to move on. Here we have a Knight of Pentacles, okay? It came out in reverse from what I can see. Maybe let me spread the cards out first. We have the Hierophant. And that's the first card I actually saw. I didn't want to pick it up right away. We have the Page of Cups. The High Priestess in reverse. Wow. These cards, like, always be one to come out together in my readings. It's funny to me. We have a 6 of Cups in reverse. We have an 8 of Swords in reverse. We have a 3 of Cups in reverse. And then we have a Judgment upright. I'll bring this down over here. Okay. Let me get at least 1 or 2 more cards to get a full picture. These are too many. Is this the sun? The devil, oh my. The devil, oh my. The complete opposite of the sun. Shoes. Group 2s. Can you just give me one blaster card? People have a lot of thoughts and opinions on you guys, but I don't think they really see the full picture of you guys. Then we have King of Pentacles. I'll take that. Okay. Let's get into it. So with the 7 of Wands, like I said, you could have like a really good physical form. You look very intimidating or defensive or just like big and broad and buff. You have like nice shoulders is what I'm hearing as well. That's what's coming through for you guys. We have the Hierophant, which is your teacher, so you're very smart. There's something here about people being intimidated by your like your worldview, your knowledge. I'm hearing your depth of knowledge. Like there's something here about that comes through. You're very smart, very intelligent, and people are intimidated by you, like I said. And that could definitely tie into you being very good at arguing or fighting, verbally or like physically. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse, there's something here about you not being slow. So you're like a very fast talker, a very fast mover. Because Knight of Pentacles takes their time to get what they need to do. They're very methodical. They have a nice, well thought out approach to certain things. You just kind of like say whatever comes to mind. So you don't have a filter is what I'm hearing, okay? The Hierophant, this is someone who has some sort of spiritual wisdom. With the High Priestess coming out in reverse, there's something here about you that's very spiritual. Okay, very wise, you know what I mean? Very, I'm trying to get the word. Let me just touch for a minute. Sage is the what, or sentient is what I'm hearing. Very sage, sentient, and savanty about you. So like a jack of all trades, someone who knows how to do a lot of things. I'm someone who knows a lot about a lot is what's coming through. Maybe there's like you're more quiet and like to take your time to think about things. Even though I just said you blurt out the first thing that comes to mind, there is something here like more thoughtful. Maybe you're like thoughtful, you know? Maybe you are really blunt and you say the first thing that comes to mind, but there's something like you're always in your head. You think things through kind of energy. That feels more good for me. So maybe the Knight of Pentacles needs to be upright. But I feel like maybe you could embody both. Sometimes you're like really have no filter, or even though you are very thoughtful about what you say, what you do, you have no filter while doing it. That's what I'm hearing. If you want to say something, you're gonna say it, okay? But sometimes you could have been thinking a long time about that thought or not. Okay, but yeah, the Hierophant definitely gives me someone who has experienced things. So you could be someone who seems older, or you could be an old soul if you're not that much older than people who you come around. But it's kind of like you get along with everyone, you know, because you kind of have like generations of knowledge inside of you is what I'm getting from the Hierophant. And then the High Priestess, I'm hearing, but you don't know what to do with it. The High Priestess coming out in reverse, and I'm like staring off into space channeling these messages right now. So don't mind me if I may seem like, you know, I'm do the mannequin challenge. I'm like looking off in the distance, just saying whatever comes to mind. So this is all just like flowing through me right now, okay? You could be a channeler as well. It's what's coming through as well as for me. But the Hierophant is a teacher, okay? He has loads of divine wisdom, okay? He meditates. He's very quiet, you know, more so silent. You know, I'm hearing the deadly and silent type. You know what I mean? You're not someone who's like, you could literally be like hard to hear. People don't never hear you coming. Like you're a ninja kind of energy. You have like good impulses. You may not be formally trained or professionally trained in martial arts, but you would be good at it because you have those snake-like reflexes is what I'm hearing, okay? Or you know how to sleuth and slither places and not be detected, you know what I mean? Trying to wait for that sound to pass. Like, can y'all just show? Thank you. You have a Page of Cups. There's something like very romantic-y or crushy about you, or playful or flirty is what I'm getting. Some of you could have like Libra placements and you're just like very flirty. People's like, is he flirting with me? And maybe not. You could just be very friendly, but Page of Cups is definitely giving me that. Page of Cups also does represent someone who is very intuitive, okay? And someone who is still on the journey of implementing or acting upon or wisening or sharpening, there we go, that intuition. I was trying to find the proper word that fit, that made me feel like, yeah, that was it. you're still sharpening it or enacting it or putting it into action. You know what I mean? Or putting it into words. You know, you're still learning essentially, but you do know a lot already, is what I'm hearing. You're like a student of life. It's about that you guys get. You're giving like academia, mentor, you know, spiritual advisor kind of vibe. Like people can come and ask you for advice, and you'll be very good at giving them advice. You know. Whew. We have the High Priestess in reverse, which I feel like I've already went over. There's something here about you that still has a long way to go before you are fully. I'm hearing it. And while Aang isn't ready to save anything, I believe Aang can save the world. That's the vibe that's coming through for you guys. Where people are like, you're still young, you still have a long way to go, but you are off to an amazing start. Like, you know so much, you're so composed, you're so poised, you're so intelligent, you're always helping people, you're very kind, not nice, very kind. Okay, you're very helpful, very service oriented, and I know that you're meant to help humanity at a greater perspective or scope that you yourself don't even know yet, but you're gonna get there. That's what people are saying about you. That person, yeah, they're gonna be the next Obama. You know, they're gonna be the next JFK. They're gonna be the next. Who are some other important people? Rosa Parks. You know what I mean? The next Harriet Tubman. That kind of vibe. That this person's name is gonna be written down somewhere in history as someone who helped people on a grand scale, which I do believe the High Priestess, but more so the Hierophant does. He is a public servant for people in the church, okay? The High Priestess is definitely more so keeping my secrets to myself. But the High Priestess, I'm also hearing, could represent you having all the secrets of the universe and telling people in a way the High Priestess upright would never do. She's very secretive. She keeps all those mysteries of the world to herself. You're someone who debunks them and lets them go freely to the collective. So that could be something that's coming through for some of you. And that's how people view you. So you're already giving like a very spiritual air for you guys, okay? Which I knew was going to come through as soon as I saw the Hierophant. And then now we have the freaking High Priestess coming out. Whether she's upright or in reverse, you know things, okay? And people are like, how did you know that? So you're very perceptive. You can read people really well. And people are like, how did you know it about me? You know, I'm hearing you could be good at guessing people's zodiac signs right off the bat. And people are like, what the heck? How did you know that? Or just giving them one look, having a conversation with them, you're able to read them to filth, you know? And I'm hearing how I used to watch on YouTube these what you call them, videos on, you know how they have one person sit there and they have three people, three guys, three girls, whatever, come in and make a meal. So like, you know, Date My Plate is basically what it was kind of called, but not in what I was watching. So it was like one, I think it was like a Korean or Asian guy who had three girls come in and cook him foods. And he was like basically like saying, and you have to basically kind of read the person, decipher them. Like, what kind of person do you think would have made this dish? And based on what they made, how they plated it, what they used, you know, how they presented it, you have to sit there and say, I think they're this kind of person. I think they're that kind of person. And in this particular episode, the guy knew so much about the girl, even down to what she was wearing. He was like, I think this is the kind of person that would be wearing like a gray and white or a gray hoodie or a gray or a checkered shirt, something like that. And sis was wearing a damn checkered shirt. And she was like, what the heck? How does he know that? He's really good at reading people. And he never met her before. He's reading all of this based on the plate that was placed in front of him. So based on what you get a little bit of information, you're able to read people to filth kind of energy. You're able to read a whole bunch of stuff about them. And you have never met them, never been in the same room as them. You don't know them, but you could pick up on things. So like I said, you're giving channeler, spiritual person, okay? Clairvoyant, all the clairs, all that. You could have a specific one or all the gifts of clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, you know what I mean? And I'm also hearing some of you could have like the where you see colors and you taste things as well. You could have those kinds of abilities. I'm hearing indigo, rainbow, child, star seed vibes. So you definitely are not from here. You've been incarnated many different times, and you have all the knowledge from those lifetimes, which is why you're coming through to High Priestess, because you're someone who's able to access those previous lifetimes and the information you learned in those lifetimes. The Hierophant is also someone who definitely meditates and talks to God in a more religious kind of way. So some of you are more spiritual, some of you are more religious, but it doesn't take away from the fact that you are very like highly, I'm hearing highly blessed and favored. You know, blessed and highly favored is the kind of vibe that you're coming through as, you know. But yeah, that's the vibe that's coming through. But you're also like giving like very flirty as well. But the Page of Cups is definitely someone who listens to the things that are whispered in their ear about people. They listen to their first gut instincts on people. You know, their first impression is what I want to say. So we have the Six of Cups in reverse. The Six of Cups in reverse, for how does the public really view you? What do they really think of you? It's like I met this person before, but I haven't in truth, in our real life. I've never really met them before, but it feels like I have. There's like a camaraderie with you that they never really feel with anyone else, like an ease, you know? Like I can be myself around this person and know that they're like not gonna judge me, you know? Even if we don't get along, even if they don't like me, it doesn't mean they're gonna treat me bad. So people do feel safe in your energy, to be themselves. And it like brings them back to like their childhood. You guys are giving like very like mother vibes, you know? Group one was giving daddy, father vibes. You guys are giving like mommy vibes. Where people are like, this is my mommy, can you adopt me? Kind of energy, you know? Okay. Anything else from the Six of Cups in reverse? Six of Cups is about nostalgia. It's all about past life. It's also about childhood energy. So you can be like really innocent, but not childish. You could be really pure, but not immature. You know, very mature, but you also still give like you have a childlike essence where maybe little things excite you, and people are like, oh, they're just so cute. Look at them getting excited over going to the store. You know, the small things in life, like the little things, is what really pleases you and lights you up inside. Not the big things, little things people do. Especially the little things people do that shows you who they are. You know what I mean? I'm hearing when they go low, you go high. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. You're definitely believing someone on the first go. You know what I mean? Now, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So there's something here about you being very clear. I wish they would stop. I just can't, guys. I just really... it's been a long day. Okay, and I'm on my cycle right now, so that is not helping. But little noises in general just trigger me real bad. And it's just not stopping. Right now, I can see the cameras of the school buses parking. And it's just like, ugh. Okay. Block it out, block it out. I'm sorry if it's annoying you as well, because it's really getting to me. You guys are also very sensitive and you pick up on energy really easily. Is what's coming through for you guys. But the Eight of Swords in reverse. And it's getting closer. I can't. I'm close to the window. Give me a second. Hopefully that's much better, because I was about to go crazy. Okay. But yes, the Eight of Swords in reverse is someone who's very much like they don't hold themselves back. Okay. They are not someone's gonna hold themselves back. They're not gonna hold other people back. They don't like to play victim. They're able to see things from all kinds of perspectives. You could literally see things. I swear on my life. We have cameras in the office, and you know how like those scary scenes on the CCTV, like what was the Paranormal Activity? How people just appear in the mirror. Like I swear I just saw somebody appear at the bottom of the stairs, and I'm here alone, so I'm kind of scared. But I see people walking by outside, so I know if I needed help, maybe someone would come help me. I'm not sure, but I swear I saw a flash of like a dark shadow. You know how in the code name Kids Next Door, I think his name was like the father or whatever his name was. How he was just like a shadow of a man. That's what I saw appear at the bottom of the stairs just now, like a little blink, and then it went away. So you guys can literally see things, you know, out of the corner of your eye, ghosts, whatever, that kind of stuff, very sensitive to energies, and maybe sound as well, you know. And it's something that I learned recently, like people who are like have autism or they're on the spectrum, neurodivergent, whatever, they're definitely more sensitive to sounds and people and energies than their counterparts. They're what do they call it? It's neurodivergent, then what are the people who aren't? The divergent counterparts, okay? Anyway, I'm also hearing you guys could literally be divergent. Like, you know how in the Divergent series with Triss, how she was able to, like, you know, she was able to embody all the different categories society placed people in to separate them. You kind of bring all those together. You don't check off one box. You're a multitude of things and people and energies, you know, in one. And that's that tying into the whole past lives. So you're multiple people vibes, okay? You're multiple people vibes is what I wanted to say. But yeah, Eight of Swords is definitely someone who doesn't let their thoughts or their beliefs or their fears hold them back. And that's what you definitely come through as. Not saying there's a difference. Not saying you don't feel them and you're fearless. You could be. You're brave though, and you're courageous. And the thing about people who are courageous is they do not. The courage is not the absence of fear; it's the ability to feel fear and feel scared and do it anyway. You know what I mean? That's the kind of vibe that you're coming through as. So I do think you guys are gonna give like Gryffindor if you were to be placed in like a Harry Potter house. You would be giving like Gryffindor. Okay. It's not the absence of fear; it's being able to be scared and still do it. Is what you guys are giving. So yeah, and then we have the Judgment card, which is definitely awakening kind of energy. So I haven't said this in a long time, but it probably wasn't warranted. But you're the kind of person that after people meet you, they leave you changed. And you meet people, and there are certain people who you meet who don't put up with any kind of BS, who hold themselves to a certain standard, who don't belittle people who live their life, who's like very, giving, who's very unproblematic, who just does what needs to be done. They tell the truth, they tell people about themselves, and they're just like, if something's wrong, you gotta fix that. You know what I mean? Is there like I said, that blunt honesty coming through, like, oh, you're too brash. Get it together. It's feeling like very Virgo, very Capricorn. Like, get yourself together, please. A little judgmental. It is what it is. But you're giving a little judgmental, like, fix that, or maybe have you tried this instead of that. You give good advice of what I did say earlier as well. But it's kind of like, that ain't working for me. Fix the way you're talking to me. That kind of energy is coming through. Like, who are you approaching that kind of manner? Who are you talking to? Like, you know what I mean? You put people in their place for sure with the Judgment card, but also you help heal people and how can I describe it? Because I feel like I say the same thing in every reading. It's crazy to me. I'm like, is there any other way you can explain this so people don't get sick of you? Okay. You leave people better than when you found them, is what I'm going to say. One interaction, multiple interactions, family members, friends, co-workers, you leave them better, more informed, more wholesome individuals than when you met them. So you definitely teach some lessons and get people thinking about, oh, maybe I should do that, or maybe I should do this, or wanting to be on their best behavior around you is the kind of energy. That's the mom. Like, you're not going to be sitting there cussing and doing all kinds of things in front of your mom because that's your mom. You know what I mean? You have that a sort of respect you hold for your mother, at least some people do anyway. But that's the vibe that's coming through. With your father, you'll drink a beer with him and cuss and laugh and fart and in front of your father. But your mother, you hold a different standard, I'm hearing that song by... It just upsets me because his music is so good, but he's also very problematic. His name is... what is his name? But he's like... He's from something. He don't cuss around his mama. Unless they come from down under. Morgan Wallen. He's a country singer. But he's like, I don't cuss around my mama. Like, that kind of energy. You hold that throughout your entire life, no matter how grown you get. That's my mom. I'm going to have some respect for her. It's a vibe that are coming through for you guys, okay? Here we have 3 of Cups in reverse. This is giving me respectful fun, responsible fun. You know how to have fun. You drink, you don't get drunk. You have 1 wine cooler and you leave. You at home drinking 1 wine, you're not finishing off a whole bottle of wine at home and getting drunk and not being able to wake up. You're very responsible when it comes to your fun, to your drinking, to your more risky activities is what I'm hearing. So if you be out there busting it wide open for everybody, you're very safe about it. Give me your testing scores. Not testing scores, I can't stand myself. Give me your what do they call it, STD results, and then we could move on and do this. If we're doing this, you're gonna be wearing protection. I'm gonna be protecting myself as well. Like, very responsible fun. If you don't sleep around with everybody, you are definitely big on the whole how sex is a sacred energy exchange. You're not just sitting here busting it wide open for everyone, popping that puss, or inserting your I can't. It's everybody you meet. You're very selective about who you share energy with, but more so when it comes to the more risky activities. You don't kiss everybody. You don't swap saliva. You know what I mean? You don't be sleeping with anybody, just every whole body kind of energy. And if you do, I need to see your test results. I need to know that we're using this and this and that, and that I can trust you, so I'm not risking my body. My body's a temple kind of energy is what you're giving, okay? So I'm not giving you have many vices at all, which is why the Devil card came up, and I'm like, nope, it's going back in the deck. You know what I mean? You don't be drinking to the point where you're, like I said, drunk. You guys don't really have vices like that. And if you do, it's nothing like extreme, You'll go out and have a few drinks, you know, maybe get a little buzz and then go home. You're not stumbling around the place kind of vibes. You're very responsible and you're fun, okay? Here we have the Empress. Wow, I love this for you guys. The Empress. Look at her. She's so cute. Let me show you the cards, but I haven't been showing them to you. We have the Eight of Swords, which we went over in reverse. We have the Judgment card. Okay. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. I'm hearing you guys are also a show, don't tell kind of person. So, like, if you want somebody to change, you're going to change first. You know, it's like, be the change you want to see in the world. Don't ask somebody something that you wouldn't do yourself. Or don't ask something of people that you wouldn't be willing to change first. That kind of energy, you know, keep that same energy is the vibe that I'm getting as well. Then we have the Empress sitting on her nice throne. Is she pregnant? No, she's not. But look at how okay, so when it comes to physicality, okay, there's something here about the nips. Because look at how her nips are just poking through the damn dress. What you mean, sis? Empress. They always swollen or something. Maybe your chest always looks swollen or plump or voluptuous. Maybe you have nice... Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Chesticles, things that poke out of the chesticles, okay, you have nice those. But the Empress is definitely an energy, like, you know, serenity of, she's very attractive, everybody wants her, everybody likes to be around her. She's like very at ease, very serene, very peaceful, very mother. She's a divine mother, exactly. So that's what you guys are giving. She never has to beg for anything. People do hold her to a certain kind of standard. Maybe people do put you on a pedestal of sorts. Yeah. But here we have a shield sitting next to her. So I think she's protected, you know, like your energy's protected. Nobody's going to be coming and doing whatever and saying whatever. You know what I mean? You're very highly protected, but you're also very highly addictive when your energy's so pure and nice. I was using the example of an episode of Charm that I was watching the other day, where there are these demons who steal the eyesight of kids to be able to see people who are going to go on to do great things in the world. And those people glow gold. They have a golden aura. So they steal the eyesight of kids in order to be able to see the aura of those people, in order to unalive them, to keep them from going on to do great things, okay? But that's what's coming through. You do a lot of good in the world. You're going to go on to do a lot of good. And I think I mentioned that already. Did I not? Maybe. I don't remember. But then we have the King of Pentacles, Lord. You're giving boss, head person in charge, leader. There is something here about you being like very structured, reliable, dependable, you know, loyal. People can definitely depend on you to get things done, whether it comes to money, whether it comes to other things. I'm not sure what else it could come to. But when it comes to money, you're very responsible, okay? You have a lot of it, or you're going to go on to have a lot of it, because you have the Empress and the King of Pentacles coming out next to each other. So there's something here about you being very abundant and rich, okay? I forgot to say that about the Empress, very abundant, okay? The King of Pentacles clarifying that abundance. You gonna have money, you have money, okay, honey, money. Or you come off that way as someone who like is the boss of a company, a CEO kind of energy. You know what I mean? I'm here a creative, because Empress energy is also creation, fertility. But there's something here about the threes coming through. Some of you could be life path threes, where you're destined to like create things. Also be a life path 5 with the Hierophant, life path 2 with the High Priestess. Any other major arcana? We already went over life path 3s with the Empress, but life path, because Judgment is 20, right? Yeah, and that reduces down to 2. So life path 2 coming through. But yeah, the Empress is meant to create, to inspire by creating, to communicate with people, to help people speak by first speaking herself. You know what I mean? Like doing the dirty work and then expect people to do it as well. It's like I said, you're not asking people to do something you wouldn't do yourself. Like even if you are the boss of the company, it's something you have to do yourself. It's a ritual you went through in order to become who you are, and it's like you have to go through that as well. You're not asking them to do anything or asking people to do something that you wouldn't do yourself. Like, hey, respect me, you're gonna respect them. You know, hey, treat me right in a relationship, you're gonna do the same thing. Hey, cook me some dinner, you would do the same thing. Hey, buy me some food, pay all the bills, you would be able to do the same thing. So you're not asking people things of themselves that you wouldn't be able to give or willing to give yourself, you know. But that's a King of Pentacles, like a provider, exactly. You're very generous with your money, with your time, you know what I mean? There's something here about you could be making money off of these talents that you do have, of the more spiritual sense, you know what I mean? You made a business out of it, you know what I mean? Something like that. Or content creating because of it. You could be like a tarot reader, or you're very spiritual in the sense people can pick up on. It's like giving boho, hippie, that kind of energy. You give Wiccan, that kind of energy, you know, where you wear the crystals, the evil eye, you wear the head wrap to protect your hair, you wear all the different kinds of patterns, you wear the spiritual garb. I'm hearing spiritual warfare. Wow, you wear the spiritual warfare. That's crazy. But there's something about your looks that give fierce warrior in the spiritual sense, you know, that kind of energy. But the way you dress as well, like something about you gives off that person is into some stuff, is the vibe that's coming through here for you guys. But yeah, other than that, you give off rich, sophisticated, you know what I mean? Put together, you know what I mean? Regal is the vibe that's coming through for you guys again, okay? So let us get some cards from this deck here. And then I'm going to put this up there. Get some dice for you guys. And then we're going to end the reading. Okay. My group twos, please, Spirit. My group twos. How the public really view them. Truly, really and truly. How do people / the public truly view them? Let us know. How do they truly view them? What do they really think of them? You have the public's trust. People trust you. I'm hearing implicitly or explicitly. I think it's implicitly. Maybe even explicitly. Yeah. Go off. Both of them came through. What does the public think of my group twos, please, Spirit? My group twos. What do they think of them? What do they think of them? My group. I'm hearing like you're like a beloved figure. Like people, everybody loves you, whoever meets you. Everybody loves you. Okay, thank you. I just wanted 4. That's it. Didn't think that was too hard to ask. Here we have Bob and Sana trust. And I think that trust is in your DNA. That's what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing DNA by, what is it called? Kendrick Lamar. Maybe some of you could be like Kendrick Lamar-esque. Where he like won a Pulitzer Prize for his music kind of energy. He's like, I'm woke. Like I'm sitting here cussing and rapping like everybody else. But there's something about me that's giving, you know, apart from everybody else. Greatest of all time, GOAT is what I'm hearing for some of you, or all of you, who knows. Take what resonates. But trust, that trust is in your DNA, you know? But there is something about you having something in your DNA. And look at how it's talking about past life energy. We have 2 older people over here, and then we have the DNA, and then we have her over here. It's kind of like the DNA is coming from them. So there's something here about past life ancestors, and like you get gifts from your ancestors. I'm hearing your ancestors' hopes and dreams, you know, so everything they would have wanted for themselves, like you're kind of like living out that fantasy for them, or living out that life, and they're like very proud of you. Just a little side message, I guess. Here we have Reishi retreat. Yeah, so maybe you're someone who does keep more to yourself, or you represent a retreat for others. That could be coming through as well. But I'm hearing the operative word being treat. You're a treat to be around. Okay. And tell me these don't look like blood vessels a little bit. Red blood cells, I meant to say. Red blood cells, not blood vessels. Red blood cells. That's what those look like. And I think those are very important for carrying important information to and from the heart, I believe it is. From what I remember from school, child. I don't know. We have lemon balm nurture. That is that Empress energy coming through. Absolutely. Absolutely. People think of you as a nurturer. You're a real treat to be around. You represent a retreat for them, a vacation, you know, a respite, all of that. They can trust you implicitly, explicitly. Whatever you tell them, they know it's going to be a vault, and, you know, you're not going to go tell them their business to everybody else. That's that Hierophant priest vibe coming through. And here we have grace. Yes, look at that. That's what I was saying. And look at how I was talking about boobs being important, and what I'm covering right now is somebody's whole boob out. So your boobs are important as well, okay? People like them. That's what the public gravitates toward. Like, oh, look at that. She's so trusting. But yeah, we have 𝐓𝐡𝐮𝐦𝐤 with Grace. That's that regality coming through for you guys as well. Once again, I guess to confirm. But I can't show y'all the whole thing. And then we have swans, like very graceful, yeah. Very romantic as well. You have like a very romantic air to you. Let me get these first. Go in the order we did for group 1. Open sesame. I just got an explicit message. Oh my gosh. Bro. There's something here about you guys being snatched. And I don't mean in the waist area, okay? That's another word for the female, her snatch. So yeah, there's something here about you being very, you look like it's grippy and slippery, okay? It's grippery and slippery. You got that grip grab, okay? The grippa grappa. It's what's coming through, okay? I'm hearing that throat. Y'all are sick. Who are these people coming through? The public is giving that. You look like you would give good to a man. Or even to a woman. You know, you have that, the suction. You get the suction just right. You're very prowessy in the bedroom, okay? You give up those vibes to the public, okay? And the public does include people you have been with, okay? That would include them. There's something about that coming through, okay? Very interesting vibes. Oh my. But the snatch, I'm like, because I'm trying to open up the damn thing and I don't want to open up. So it's given, excuse me, in order for something to get out or get in, it has to be open. And you given tight. Okay. You keep it right, keep it tight. Okay. And I'm hearing booty, 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 booty rocking everywhere. So you might have a good booty too. Okay. Here we have 4th house. So very cozy, very homey. That is that nurturing energy. You have Cancer is the mother. Empress is the mother. Nurture is what mothers do. People hold to that standard of the mother. You know, you take care of other people around you. 4th house could also mean that you like to stay at home as well. Or people just feel automatically at home and comfortable around you, okay? Here we have, this is giving South Node, and that's that past life coming through. I be saying stuff and it be coming through, period. South Node is who you were in the past life. So I do think that you have many past lives, and that knowledge is what you bring with you into these many other lives, okay? Here we have Aries. So very straightforward, very assertive, okay? Very strategic. You always know the right way to go, the right steps to take, the right path to go down. You have really good instincts when it comes to direction as well. And direction could mean when you're walking down the street, you just know which way to turn to get to your destination and you don't need a map. But direction is you're telling people how to get to where they need to go. You have really good direction in that sense as well. Here we have Saturn, so very serious, mature, grown folk, karmic kind of energy. You're giving don't mess with me because something's going to happen to you or your kids, kids. Like, messing with me is going to give you karma for 5 generations. Don't play with me now. Don't do that. Okay? And that's that ancestors coming for you, defending you. That's that kind of energy coming through. You have the protection of them. They don't play about you now. And as they shouldn't. But yeah, Saturn is also about karma, like I said, putting people in their place, teaching them harsh lessons. Harsh lessons. That's definitely what you guys do. And that's how people view you. Like, you're definitely like, don't do that ever to me. Don't do that to me ever again. Like, come back when you want to come talk to me. That kind of energy is what you're definitely giving, okay? And it keeps people, like, on the straight and narrow, coming to you correct. They're back straight and, you know, like, I can't be slouching. You know what I mean? That kind of energy. Then we have Gemini. So that's that intelligence coming through as well. That communication coming through with the life path 3. Okay. I don't know about that life path because that's my life path. You could look up the other life paths and see. I mean, I'm pretty sure you would know about it if you are one of the life path 5, 2, or 3. Okay. But yeah, communication, your voice, speaking, you would have a really nice voice. You know what I mean? People think you speak really well, eloquently is what I'm hearing. You're very well spoken, well read, okay, intelligent. That keeps coming through. Also maybe funny as well, because Gemini is very funny. They like to tell jokes. You know what I mean? They don't take things really seriously. I'm also hearing a little judgmental, very particular is what I'm hearing. You get bored very easily as well. So you could always like find yourself going from project to project. That's also tying into the Aries energy, because Aries are the cardinal signs. And then the one thing they always say about Aries is they're good starters, but they're not good finishers. Okay. So you start things, but you don't finish it. And it's kind of like you start things and people but you're not always going to be there to help them finish it. You tell them, hey, maybe we should start going down this road. And you start that new journey for them, but you're not always going to be there with them for the whole journey towards the end. Is also what I'm hearing. You're a starter in people's lives. You kickstart things off, but you're not going to be there for the whole game. You know, if we're doing, I hope that's the proper sports reference. I don't really mean sports like that, okay? And then we have second house here, which is possession. So you possess a lot of good qualities or a lot of money, which is coming through again. Second house is money and wealth. So yeah, you're giving rich, okay? You're just giving like you have a lot of money. You're classy kind of energy, you know, classy, poised, well put together. You wear nice clothes where that makes you look good, that make you look, you know, rich, if you will. I'm hearing you have eyes that pop, or the things that you wear just pop. I got to use the bathroom real bad, but I'm trying to wait to finish the reading before I do that. Okay, group 2, please. This is requires skill and balance. Yeah, you're always like on your P's and Q's. No one is like ever catching you off guard kind of energy is what you guys are coming through as. No one can ever, will ever catch you off guard, because you're always right where you need to be, doing the right thing at all times. No one can ever be there to reprimand you and say, you're not doing that right, or you're not doing this right kind of energy. You know, requires skill and balance is someone who's always doing what needs to be done kind of energy. Or it's like very, not resourceful, but like you have skills and you have balance. And it's kind of like someone who's like well trained, which is coming back to that whole martial arts thing. You move fast, you have quick reflexes. No one can ever say, watch out, because you always know what's coming already kind of energy, you know? You're always on it, is energy coming through. And you have like a lot of skills, like I said, and you're able to balance things. So you can have like a lot of responsibilities and you're able to balance them really well. Here we have stay in bed. That's tying into that fourth house energy coming through. You are like more of a homebody. You definitely are more of a homebody. You like to be at home in the house, okay? Minding your business. But you're always getting invited places as well. So it's like giving people be inviting you places, but you don't be coming out. Like I said, you're not the kind of person who wants to be drinking and doing drugs and doing all this kind of stuff and sleeping around and twerking at the club. You don't want to be doing all that. You want to be at home in your bed, but you do get invitations to go a lot of places, you know? You do get invited out because people love to be around you and in your energy, but you may not want to be in everybody else's energy is the vibe that's coming through for some of you, okay? A few more cards. I'm going to make it to the bathroom, child. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. It'll go away if you don't think about it. We have facts of life. That's what I'm saying. You always tell people the facts and you tell it to them straight. You don't be lying. You're not facetious. You're very upfront about your life, about your things, and about what you mean. You know, you mean what you say and you do what you mean and all that kind of stuff. You are who you are. You are what you say you are. A superstar, then have no fear. If you are what you say you are. What song is that? That's by Lupe Fiasco, but I can't remember the song right now. A superstar, then have no fear. But yeah, you guys are giving superstar, okay? But like I said, you are who you say you are. You say what you mean. You do what you say kind of energy. And people love that about you, okay? But facts of life, you do be speaking facts though. Like I said, that blunt energy, you say what comes to mind, and if people don't like it, well, then you know what I mean? How if people get triggered by what you say, it's a them problem. It's something that they need to fix. It's not your problem. You're just, you know, putting it in front of them. I'm not saying you're saying it mean. Maybe some of you could, but you're just like, hey, fix that collar. You don't look right, or stop wearing your hair like that, you know? And not in like a mean way, but that's how it comes out sometimes. It's like blunt, you know, frank. And people don't like that sometimes, especially if it's like putting them in like a bad light or embarrassing them in some kind of way. It makes someone comfy, okay? Here we have this could be good. That's the kind of vibe we definitely give off. And look at how like this banana is giving me something, okay? And look at how it's peeled back nice and ready. And people be ready and willing and open. I'm hearing a pliant. They're pliant. Like if you're going into interaction with someone more 18 plus, they're ready. They're up and standing, or they're really pliant, but you don't have to I'm not gonna get into that, but that's what this could be good is. People will be thinking about you in that kind of way, like, this person will be real good. Like, if they could read me so well and not even know me, what can they do when they know me a little bit better and we in the bedroom tangled up into some sheets? What can we do then? Okay, what can we get into there? And that's that stay in bed kind of energy. When it comes to you, people don't want to leave your arms, your bed, all that kind of stuff. They're hoping you call them back, even if it's just a one night stand. I'm gonna come back, please invite me over again. Okay, but I'll leave your reading right here. You know how to peel it back. Maybe there's something here about your upper body looks really good. Your chest did come through, but like when you peel back those layers, there's just something like irresistible about you. Okay, hold on. Okay, guys, so you guys like very like I said, once you put it on somebody, you really put it on somebody. So it's kind of like when they saying how I'm a lady in the streets but a freak in the streets kind of vibe, which you guys are definitely giving off to the people you have been with and the people you have not been with. Like, I would really want to know what a role in the hey would be like. They look really good with the clothes on. What will they look like with it off is the vibe that's coming through for you guys. Okay, because this could be good, and we have the banana like being peeled back. Like, I want to peel back this person's layers. I know it will be so good to get to know them better in like a more getting to know someone way, but also in a more getting down and dirty kind of way. Okay, whew, you guys are also giving like very disciplined, very well put together, because I was holding that way longer than I should have, and I was fine until we got to the end there, and I'm like, okay, let's go use the bathroom first. Okay, so you're able to keep your composure or hold something or hold things in like very composed, disciplined kind of energy, which was definitely coming into play when we were getting the whole martial arts kind of vibe coming through for you guys. You know what I mean? Where you are trained in something, or you have trained yourself to be really good at doing certain things. Okay, so that's what's coming through for you guys. But yeah, no lies. Take control of me. It's gonna be lit tonight. No lie. No lie by Dua Lipa's coming through. But that, I was just looking at the facts of life. I'm like, yeah, you really don't be lying about nothing. But you, No Lie by Dua Lipa's coming through. So you, like I said, know how to go out and have a good time, but there's also like a limit to that, you know? That's that discipline coming in. Whether you, like I said, have been trained in it, you just have it, you know? Okay, so I'm going to stop your reading here. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you would always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 3s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 3, the number 3, group 3, however you got here, welcome. Today I'm going to be getting into how does the public truly in all caps and really in all caps view you. Okay, so I had a lot of fun with group 1 and group 2, so I'm excited to get into your group and see what comes through. Like, I feel like I've done this topic a lot of times, but me putting different spins on it make them still interesting and fun for me to do. Because if you put different statements on them, it gives a different energy. Or maybe not. Who knows? That's what we're here to see, right? Okay? So we're going to get into it. How do they really, truly, honestly, 100% no cap view you, okay? Maybe they think you speak a lot. That is coming through. Or you use like a lot of slang. Okay, let's see what comes through for you guys. This is going to be a kind of in-depth reading. So, let's see. Already acting up. So maybe you guys be acting up. Because if y'all could see the way I was shuffling before the reading started, perfect. Beautiful. As soon as it started, look at y'all acting up. So y'all be acting up, and look, as soon as I'm done shuffling, what's at the bottom of the deck? We have the Tower. Oh, so y'all a hot mess. You know what I mean? And hot could be like, you're like a mess, but it's like an endearing mess, or it could be just you're a hot mess. You know what I mean? We know what hot mess means. Let's see what comes through. Group 1s. I kind of forgot how I did group 1 and 2. I think I did the tarot, then the dice, then the oracle. So we'll do it that way. Here we have 6 of Cups. So you guys are a friendly face. You guys are friendly. You guys are very open. You're kind of warm. People think that you get along with people really well. Okay, that's coming through. The 6 of Cups also gives me like very generous energy. Okay, so you're very giving. the way the person in the card is literally giving back. I'm hearing a good neighbor. Oh my gosh. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, is what I just heard. So yeah, that's coming through for y'all. And look at how we have this lady about to look like she's being eaten by some kind of bat, boar kind of figure. Interesting. She's a man-eater. That song is coming through. She's a man-eater. So that is coming through. So maybe you guys are man-eaters. The Six of Cups does what I tend to forget sometimes, that the Six of Cups represents relationships. So you can have like a lot of friends, you have a lot of admirers, a lot of lovers, because someone is literally giving another person flowers. You can have like a lot of secret or public admirers. People think that, oh my gosh, she gets a lot of attention, you know, and it could be that it's because you're a man-eater. But cups does represent emotion, so people do feel like very content or safe or wants to know you more, okay? They want to be your friend. Is the kind of energy that's coming out of the Six of Cups for me. You have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so you're very responsible. You're very hardworking. You're very, I don't want to say regular, because that's not a good way to say it, but it's giving Good Samaritan. The Six of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles is giving Good Samaritan, you know? So you do helpful things for people. People look at you and say, oh, this person's so nice or kind, okay? See, that's my confirmation right there. Look at that. But we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the hard worker. So you do put in a lot of time and effort into whatever you put your mind to. So it could be into being nice to people and giving back. And I hate the word nice. So we're going to go with kind in this instance. Maybe you guys are too nice, okay? You hate the word nice as well. But nice leaves room for someone to be taken advantage of. Kind is someone who, yeah, I'll do something for you, but I'm not going to be taken advantage of, essentially, you know? So you guys are definitely giving, always willing to lend a helping hand is what I'm getting as well. The Knight of Pentacles is like, show me the problem and I'll fix it. So it's giving kind of problem solver-esque energy. And I feel like, I don't know where I heard it before, but I think the Knight of Pentacles is like Virgo in something. So it's giving Virgo energy, helper, helping hand kind of person, okay? So I'm hearing teacher's pet, okay? The person who's always trying to do good. Yeah, that's what's coming through. You help old people cross the street. And you feed dogs, and you give people $1 out of your pocket if they ask you. You know what I mean? If a friend or a family member, especially with the Six of Cups, because those represent close familial bonds or love bonds or soulmate bonds. Soulmates are like, can take many forms. It doesn't always have to be romantic. So you find a lot of different soulmates wherever you go. So you make friends really easily, which I did mention already in the beginning. We have Ten of Cups in reverse. It's giving someone who is such a good catch, but why are they still single? It's how the public views you. So maybe the people that are coming through know you semi-well or watch you a lot. So maybe people watch you a lot, because why that in your business? Why are you talking about she's too, like, why she's still single kind of energy, or he, they, whatever. That's the kind of energy that's coming through. The Ten of Cups in reverse. The Ten of Cups is like, I found my happily ever after energy. But the coming out in reverse is, you give so much joy. Why haven't you found yours yet? People wonder that very often with you guys. And that's so sweet. So people do think of you in like a very sweet light. I'm not getting like much hateful energy. You give a lot of yourself. You are a hard worker. You care about your friends and your family. You care about your community. That's what the Six of Cups also gives me, community. And then we have Ten of Cups in reverse. It's like, oh, but where's her family and her person or her kids? Like, she'll make a perfect mother or a perfect wife or a perfect husband or a perfect, you know, soulmate to someone. Where's her person kind of energy, you know? And I keep saying her because most of my viewers are women, okay? Don't try to crucify me. I catch myself and I'm like, okay, try to include everybody. I'm seeing 555 as the Queen of Pentacles comes out. So there's something here. And this is what I'm saying, like the helping hand, the one that's helping everybody. That's the kind of energy you guys are giving. Just really kind-hearted is what I'm hearing. And you see how I said kind-hearted and not nice-hearted? There's a reason why there's no nice-hearted. It's kind-hearted, okay? But yeah, the Queen of Pentacles is like the perfect stay-at-home mom. Some of you could be stay-at-home mothers. And people get like a very nurturing, divine mother, community mother hand is what I'm hearing from you guys. You're always like loading up the kids and taking care of everyone, and you know what I mean? That's the kind of energy you guys are giving me. I'm also hearing you're so cute. People just want to eat you up. Because I look back at the Six of Cups here and I saw the animal trying to eat her up. And I'm like, you know how people have like cuteness aggression when they see the cutest little baby ever. They just want to bite the church. That's the kind of energy you're giving. Like, she's such a nice gal. Why she doesn't have a partner? Or people get asked you that often. Why are you single? And it's like, why are you asking me? Do you think people want to be single out here if they want to be in a relationship? Like, stop asking people that, honestly. That question is so, ooh. But you're a good friend as well, if I didn't mention that already. You were good to me. That song is coming through. So people you leave an impression of like pureness, goodness, just really good vibes. I'm trying to find more words, but I'm just like, I can't describe it right now. I can't find the right words to describe. But I'm hearing that song, You Were Good to Me, and that's by Jeremy, is it Zucker? And You Were Good to Me. It's a girl in there. I can't remember her name right now, though. Chelsea. It's Jeremy Zucker and Chelsea Cutler. Chelsea Cutler. I believe it's Chelsea Cutler and Jeremy Zucker. Jeremy Cutler and Chelsea Zucker. I don't know. Something like that. But it's like, you were good to me. People, you leave that kind of impression on people. Like, oh, that person was really nice. You know, that person was really kind. They really helped me out. They gave me some words of wisdom. You know what I mean? I'm hearing... Shut up. I'm hearing you would make a good bartender. You know, how they are, of course, we know bartenders are more often than not very attractive people, especially if it's like an establishment that wants to be hip. You know, they're gonna have attractive people behind the bar, but it's giving you're also attractive because they did come through for you already, but you're also nice as well. So it's like, oh, this person's like, I wouldn't expect that from someone who's so attractive. You know, that kind of energy. So attractive, you know what I mean? Because people are meant to be like stuck up or, you know, bitchy or something, you know? You two, don't play with me. Because I be hearing other people say those words and they don't get flagged, so don't try to come for me. Okay. The Magician. Let me put that down and meditate on that for a second, but we're going to keep going. We have the Seven of Pentacles. This is the hardworking vibe that was coming through for you guys. You guys are always working. You're never idle. You don't like to sit down and rest. You're always doing something, you know, starting a new project, starting a new job. You're the kind of person that like feels useless if you're not helping people or doing something, you know. Yeah, that's what's coming through for y'all. Let's see what else is coming through. I'm going to put that under the Knight of Pentacles since that gave me the same vibe, okay? But the Magician is like, I'm hearing, because look at how she is. I'm hearing like a welder, someone who makes things. So maybe you make stuff from nothing. It's giving crafty. Knitting, crocheting. I have a friend who does like, what is she? She has like a good amount of followers on TikTok for like doing arts and crafts is what this Magician is giving me. Arts and crafts is a vibe that you guys give off, you know? But yeah, she like does like diamond paintings. I'm like, what the heck is a diamond? I didn't know what a diamond painting was before I met her. And I'm like, a diamond painting, what is that? And she's like, oh, she showed me. And basically it's like a bunch of little studs you put together to make a picture. And I'm like, oh, so coloring stuff and making pictures and art, but with diamond little bedazzled things. And I'm like, period. You know what I mean? Like arts and crafts is what this Magician is giving me in this reading right now, okay? So you make something from nothing. And she also does like nails as well. She's on her nail journey. I'm like, girl, you gotta book me in. Let me stop. But I'm serious. She's really good at that. You know, making the designs on the nails and making the shape. And I'm like, girl, you better get into that. Practice some more. Open up a little side hustle type stuff. Stop playing. Is the kind of energy. She's also really nice. So she could be watching the reading. I'm not sure, but you're giving me her. Like she's really like golden retriever, very friendly. Like everybody who meets her really likes her. You know. Yeah, that's the energy you're giving. She's always willing to help someone, you know. But yeah, that's what's coming through for y'all. She's like an Aries, I believe, which is what, when I first met her, like, I'm like, you're not an Aries. You don't give Aries, you know what I mean? Because Aries are known to be very different than what she is. But that's like, your sun sign is not like your personality. That's your rising sign more so, you know what I mean? Or your moon, okay? And I forget what her moon is, but it's like she's like really kind and really sweet and just like you just want to give her a big hug and pinch her cheeks. So little. Yeah. That's her. And yeah, she's very big into arts and crafts and stuff like that. Like just the arts in general. But the Magician is like, you know how to make something from nothing in a way other people just can't, you know? Oh boy. Let's see what's coming through for you guys. How does the public really view you? You guys are just like, you know, giving a wholesome individual. You know what I mean? Like, someone doesn't lock that down yet. You know what I mean? Someone will invite you in for tea and cookies and have a good conversation with you. Is the vibe coming through. Here we have 8 of Pentacles as well. Interesting. I'm hearing a master at your craft, and I'm hearing to put it under the Magician. So we're going to do that, okay? But yeah, it's giving you're a master at your craft. Like, you're just really good at what you do. Whatever it is that you do, you're really good at it, okay? And I am getting like arts and crafts. She's also, I work with her at the dance place that I work at. So she's like a good dancer as well. And she doesn't think she is, but she really is. So it's kind of like, not you take yourself for granted, but you don't know how good at things you actually are. So people could always be giving you compliments, you know? That's that 6 of Cups. Whoever meets you really likes you, you know? Others, it takes people a while to warm up to them and be a little more friendly and their true person. There's people who are immediately golden retriever energy. Immediately, you know? And that's definitely y'all. My group 3s. And I love how all your cards, well, most of them anyway, are just coming out upright. I love that for you. Because it pisses me off when the cards come out in reverse. Like, what are you doing? For what? Anyway, we have Ace of Pentacles, and it's clarifying in my head the 6 of Cups. So we're going to put it down there. The Ace of Pentacles is all about things just being handed to you or given to you. It also would have done well under the Magician, if I'm being honest. You know? But I'm hearing you do a lot for your family as well. That's coming through. I think that came through already a little bit, where you're like always helping people and always doing something. But you're really good to your family. And that comes through in the 6 of Cups as well. You also give a little like childlike, very, very, very innocent energy, you know. People are like, I don't want to hurt you, or you're just too, you know, you're so sweet. That's the 6 of Cups vibes. A little childlike, a little giddy, you know. Cutesy is the energy. Ace of Pentacles. Clarifying the 6 of Cups. I do think a lot of people in your family like to give you things. This is giving me, I'm just channeling her this entire reading. Like, she's always telling me how like her family, like her brother, like will come out of nowhere and give her like a quick $50 or something. I'm like, that's nice. My family don't do that. Let me stop. I don't be asking, but she doesn't have to ask. They just give it to her, you know? And it's just because she's also the youngest sibling. I have a lot of friends who are the youngest siblings. That's very interesting. You guys can be the youngest sibling which is why you're giving the cute, innocent one, because the youngest sibling usually gives those vibes off. Even though most of the time they're not. But hey, we're not judging here. It's giving youngest child. And her older brother's always giving her money out of nowhere, just wanting to give her things, you know, because she's so little and so, you know what I mean, such a good person kind of energy who want to give to you. And that's what this is giving me here. And you're not expecting it or asking for it. It just comes out of nowhere. And that's that Magician as well. Things come to you very easily. You know, you get things. Maybe like perks. And I was mentioning like, you would make a good bartender. If I didn't mention that, I think I got sidetracked. But you know how bartenders are like supposed to be like really friendly, and do you need any help with anything? And they're known as like the like low key therapist, because you go there and get drunk and just if it's the kind of bar where you can talk to the bartender personally, you're gonna be like airing out all your dirty laundry kind of energy. You're a good listener, you know. That's what's coming through. And you know what? Really, I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm gonna leave it alone. This is not the time. But yeah. That's the kind of vibe you guys are giving off. People just want to give to you. And I meant to say, like, if you go places, they just like you could get free things sometimes, you know? Like perks and stuff like that. Or you're the one giving those to your friends. Like, hey, come to my restaurant and I'll do this. Or come to my bar and I'll do that, you know? That's the kind of person you're always treating people around you. You guys are so nice. Hi, guys. You're so small. Here we have the Knight of Swords. So you're very talkative. I'm hearing you ask a lot of questions. You're really honest. You're really balanced. What is this card that came out with it? We have the King of Cups. Interesting. Yes, you're very open about your emotions and the things that you go through. in your life. So people could know a lot about your business because you just like lay it all out there. You're not ashamed, you know. And the Knight of Swords is like a very honest energy. Exactly. Yeah. I was second guessing myself. Yeah, no, it's giving, yeah, you are really honest and then upfront and straightforward about the things that you go through. You know what I mean? You could be like really nice and you're not like assertive enough when it comes to maybe telling people what you want or how to treat you, but when it comes to the things you're going through and your emotions, you're very good with that. Being vulnerable is the vibe that I'm getting. And I do think that is like a telltale sign of like a youngest sibling. They're more not in touch with their emotions, and not that the middle or the oldest aren't, but they're used to having to, like, okay, there's different hierarchies when it comes to the sibling ranking, okay? So youngest siblings are the coddled ones. They get whatever they want. The parents like, oh no, I'm trying to little one, da da da. And then usually more so than not, the youngest, especially the oldest, are supposed to help take care of them or raise them or treat them well. You know what I mean? That kind of energy. So you're just used to maybe, like I said, things always getting done your way. People always trying to give you things because you just go through life with that youngest child energy of I'm supposed to get, you know? The middle child, they be going through some things. You mean, not gonna lie about that. Like, first of all, I'm hearing they don't get like the newest things. So for example, if we have or hand-me-downs, the oldest sibling gets the new stuff and then it gets handed down, if it could be anyway, because some kids, they're not all the same size. Some were boys and then girls, you know, it's different, but it's giving you guys are always getting the newest stuff. Then maybe when it comes to the youngest sibling, because I know in my situation, let me speak for myself, how about that? My youngest sister, oh my gosh, she is the most spoiledest brat you will ever meet. Like, when I was in high school, I didn't get none of the newest shoes, none of the newest clothes, none of the newest nothing. She was in high school getting Telfar bags, getting the newest Jordans, Nikes, newest iPhones. I'm like, what happened to me? What was I getting? Nothing. But we're not going to get into that. So that's my problem. But it's like, it's crazy how the youngest sibling they be getting stuff. And I'm like, why? And what's the reason? What was the reason? You know what I mean? Cardi B, what was the reason? And that's just the vibe that's coming through for y'all. Yeah, no tea, no shade against y'all. I'm just saying that's the vibe you guys are coming through as. That's how you're seeing. So you're definitely giving, even if whether you're the youngest sibling or not, you're getting that kind of energy. Or they just get whatever they want. They're the spoiled ones. It's like, it's not their fault, you know, but it's just how the cookie crumbles. How the cookie crumbles. And that's what's like, I'm getting that energy for you guys, you know? And like I said, because you grew up kind of like in the energy of always getting, you go through life with that energy of always expecting and getting. You know, it's kind of giving the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. But I was gonna say more so the Empress, because she's the one who sits pretty and gets whatever she wants, you know, because she's just like on her little throne and telling people what to do and saying hey, and she's also the Divine Mother, and I didn't mention that for you guys. But you're always helping people, taking care of you. Not saying that you're the spoiled brat, but you could have those tendencies, okay? Or that could be your siblings coming through in the readings to kind of, you know, because this is people in general, the public, how they view you really, truly, and honestly, you know? So your siblings could be coming through trying to say you're a spoiled brat, you know? No. And they said what they said. I didn't say anything. But yeah, that's the vibe. There's the little vibes that are coming through, and they just be. I'm not trying to get on the youngest sibling. They just be always asking for stuff. Like my sister be texting me out of the blue. Can you send me money? I'm like, do you have a job? How about that? What do I have for you? Like, just so easily able to ask for things. Like I said, if they want something, they're gonna ask for it. They're gonna, you know, tell you how they're feeling, and that kind of energy is what you guys are giving. Yeah. And the Magician is tying into that, being so easily able to get whatever you want, you know? Look at y'all. I see you. And the Queen of Pentacles is like clarified by the King of Cups in reverse. So it's like, I'm trying to figure out, because the Queen of Pentacles always gives me like a sense of home and security and well-being, you know what I mean? Because she is, besides the Empress, the mother as well, you know? But she gives more so stay-at-home mom, teacher. She's the one cooking, cleaning, folding the clothes, helping the kids with school, making sure dinner is made. For the King of Pentacles, because she's out there providing. So she's doing the nurturing. She's doing the, you know, taking care of. while that's what you guys are. You represent that person who's always taken care of, okay? That's the energy you guys are giving, And because you always have that energy, you feel more safe, like being open and honest and vulnerable. It's just the whole sense is coming through here. I'm gonna stop trying to get into it. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands in reverse. This is another energy of being single, but marriage material. Ten of Cups it's not marriage. I mean, it can be. There's a few cards in the tarot deck that represents marriage. In my, the Ten of Pentacles is marriage. Ten of Cups is happily ever after kind of feeling, and if that entails marriage for you, then marriage. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is like a very balanced, equal union, okay, where the people who are in the connection are very firmly, if you want to put it in like energies, very firmly in their feminine and masculine. So the connection is always going in flow, because there's not two masculines trying to override the other. Any relationship that people are in needs to have a feminine and needs to have a masculine. Whether the female's in her masculine and the man is in his feminine, whether the man is in his masculine, the female's in her feminine, it doesn't matter. There needs to be some kind of balance. And that is what this is giving me with the Four of Wands. Like, people are like, oh, like, yeah, people say, you would make such a good marriage, you would make such a good mom, or you make such a good dad. You know what I mean? That kind of energy that keeps coming through. Why are you single? You should be married by now, and you should be settled down. That's what that, so people can really like push that on you a lot. It's giving how when you were growing up, your parents would be like, don't be too fast, don't do this, don't do that. And then as soon as you reach a certain age, where's my grandbabies? At the store. That's where they are, so I can afford to buy them. How about that? But the Four of Wands is definitely giving that energy of marriage material. So that's definitely coming through. People see you like as that, okay? But also being a great manifester, always getting what you want is the kind of energy. And it's funny because before the reading, I was like, I was thinking about like princess treatment for whatever reason, and now that's kind of coming through for you guys. Where the little princess, I'm hearing the girl from, what's her name? Powerpuff Girls. I forget her name. Her name was like Princess something. But she was the little cattiest, the spoilest little that ever did exist. Her name was Princess. That's what it was. She wasn't a princess, but her name was Princess. And it's funny because I actually know a princess, but she doesn't give me these vibes at all. But I think she is the youngest child, though. She's also another Aries. Wow. So you guys could be Aries. Interesting. But yes, Princess. That was her name in the Powerpuff Girls. She was always trying to get whatever she wanted, was demanding stuff of her father. And just like, that's the vibes that are coming through for y'all. Just a little bit. You don't have to resonate for it to be true. You just like you get whatever you want. You like to get whatever you want. Or you work hard to get whatever you want. Because with the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the freaking all these Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Like, what do you mean? You're like... Yes, you work really hard to get what you want, and things come to you very easily because you work for them, So if you do have your own stuff, I'm hearing... This song doesn't come through in a minute. If those cards don't shut up. Oh my gosh. What is it called? I love her because she got her own. That kind of energy is coming through. So some of you are the person who's always getting, and the others of you are the person who's always working for what they have, So if you have the newest bag or the newest shoes or the newest whatever people like to buy, the newest phone, it's because you worked hard for it, and that energy is coming through. So you do work hard for what you want, but there's also part of you that just always gets stuff because you're expecting. You see, this keeps coming through. I was mentioning this to my sister, and this came through just a few days ago in another reading where I was like, she's the middle child though, so I don't know where she got this energy from, but it's just like entitlement of always expecting things and expecting people to do things for her and like sitting pretty and not like, and I'm like, I think that kind of ties into or attributes itself to her like always like getting what she wants now, because she walks around with that audacity of, I deserve this, it's mine, do that for me, you know what I mean? And that's the energy you guys are kind of giving. I'm not getting bossy, I'm just getting whatever you want, you always get. So it's giving kind of spoiled, but it's like you work for it for some of you, others of you just get things, But But I do believe some of you are like a master at your craft and you make money because you're so good at what you do and because you put so much time into it, you know, into honing those gifts and skills. So we're going to get the dice now and see what comes out. This is my favorite part. I don't know. I need to start using my dice more. It's just astrology nerd in me. We have Gemini. Hold up. I hope you can see because I can't see it in the camera right now. I think that's the Gemini sign. Yeah, you're seeing? Yeah, Gemini. We have Gemini. Gemini's third house energy. And it, funnily enough, would you believe me if I told you that third house rules siblings? So siblings are definitely coming through. So they're coming through when you're reading, okay? But Gemini is also about intelligence, also about someone who's witty, someone who's funny, okay? Someone who's very, and that's the Knight of Swords coming through. Someone who's very much into intellectual conversations. You know what I mean? But Gemini is also known as like someone who's like, yeah, that duality, that balance, that you're this, but you're also that. So you work hard for what you want, but you're also spoiled. And it's like, I can be spoiled if I'm buying my own stuff, right? If I'm working hard for her money, she works hard for her money. If you're working hard for your money, why can't you spend it however you want? That's the energy coming through here, okay? But yeah, that's what's coming through. We have freaking third house. You're lying right now. You're lying. We have the third house. I wish you guys could see, but you can see me pick them up. I'm not turning them in any kind of way. Third house energy coming through. And that rules over communication. So you're a very good communicator. Like I said, you're very straightforward and honest. But third house energy is, like I said, siblings. It represents communication. It represents what is it? Local travel is what I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, local traveling, because ninth house is like worldwide traveling, and ninth house is like traveling within your county, within your state, within your country kind of energy, okay? So you could travel a lot, go a lot of places, okay? You could be you could be, how can I explain it? Since my youngest sister was coming through, she goes to school in a different state. So some of you could have like moved and gone to school somewhere else. You could have moved. I'm hearing matriculated, oh Lord. Not Twilight coming through. Stop it. We matriculate a lot. I'm hearing Edward say from Twilight. And that was them moving from school to school to school to school. So people could have seen you do that. You move from job to job to job or something like that, you know? But yeah, third house is like local travel. It represents siblings. It always gives me, because there's like in the, I forget the name of the deck, but it's the something astrology deck. The third house is like urban. It always gives me like urban. So you could be someone like streetwear and you dress like very, we're going to leave it at urban because I don't want to get any more in depth than that and get in trouble. So we're leaving that down, okay? Here we have Venus. So you have like very Venusian qualities, and that is what was coming through with the Empress. Even though she didn't come out, she was definitely coming through in the reading. Now, why would you do that? How rude. And look at it. It fell and ended up on Mars. But we do know that it was on Venus, okay? So we have Venus coming through. We have Taurus and Libra energy coming through. And that's the Venus. Venus rules over money, okay? It rules over love. It rules over romance. So that's the vibes that are coming through for you guys. I do think, like I said in the beginning, I was hearing man-eater, okay? So that could resonate for one person, two people, all of you, one of yous, who knows? But definitely man-eater is coming through with the Venus energy. It's giving like Aphrodite. You get whatever you want. You're very magnetic and you attract what you want. The magician. You know what I mean? The magician was also giving me, I didn't say it, but what is that person that, is it iron? Oh, how rude. It's right there on the tip of my tongue. It is blacksmith. Thank you. Whew, I would have been mad. The blacksmith. In, you know, the old timey shows, he would make the swords kind of energy. So that's why it was giving me crafty. I didn't explain that to you. Not that I have to, because whatever comes through is whatever comes through. But anyway, yeah, you're very crafty, you know? But the blacksmith is the one that's hitting the thing over and over again and making like a sword, you know? Yeah, that's what you guys are giving. Some of you could actually be blacksmiths. You work with wood, or you build, or you're constructing, for my men watching, okay? But then we also, that could be that why the dice fell and ended up on Mars, because Mars like very manly, masculine, I'm man, you woman, take energy. But then we also have that feminine energy coming through of always receiving as well. So you guys like, and that is the balance of Gemini, where you're this, but you're also that, you know? that duality coming through for you guys. But yeah, we have Venus. What is next? We have, this keeps coming out lately. We have South Node. And that will definitely tie in with the Six of Cups, because the Six of Cups can represent past life relationships or past relationships, okay? So it represents the past, nostalgia, childhood. So there's something here about that coming through. People you've known from childhood is coming through heavily in the reading, and that's why I'm hearing you matriculate a lot. You could have been an army brat for some of you. You go from place to place to place to place. You never settle down, okay? But the South Node is past life, who you used to be, okay? So this reading could be heavily based on who you used to be, and that's how people are perceiving you. Maybe you're in the process of going through a transformation right now, and what's coming through in this reading is who you used to be. So maybe you used to be spoiled. Maybe you used to be bratty. Maybe you used to be take, you know? And maybe now you're not. Who knows? But it's giving past, who you used to be, the person you used to be, you know? And like I said, childhood is Six of Cups energy coming through, and then we have the third house energy, which is siblings. So like the past is like coming through a lot, okay? Or people, when people think of you, they think of your siblings as well. So you could have like a big family, or a lot of brothers and a lot of sisters, and when people are thinking of you, the public, they're thinking of your whole family, you know? Or if you do have a family already, they're thinking of your family, you know? But anyway, we have Capricorn, very serious. I'm hearing, like, when it comes to your work and your job life, you don't really play. And I hope you can see it. Can you see it? Is that it, or is that it? Nope, that's it right there. You were seeing the right thing. Yes, Capricorn. Capricorn is someone who has, like, very high standards. They are the most likely to have their own business, be their own boss kind of energy, so that could be coming through for you guys as well. And that would make sense with the Queen of Pentacles and the Magician. If we're taking the Queen of Pentacles without taking into consideration that she does sometimes represent the stay-at-home mom archetype, she is the boss bee. She's the head bee in charge. She's the one who is the successful business owner, the successful salon owner, the one who has their own little piece of the pie, the one who's always working hard for what they have. That's what's coming through as well. So I didn't really get enough into that, and it is coming through in the Capricorn energy, where you're the boss woman, the boss babe, is what I'm hearing, because that is literally what it is. That what it is in the deck that I was talking about? Like the boss babe vibes was coming through for you guys, okay? The boss in general. So maybe you're someone who's the boss, you know? But you do talk a lot. You do talk a lot. You do. Because Gemini keeps coming through, and I'm seeing it and, like, feeling it and looking at the Knight of Swords, and it's like you're just a chatterbox, you know? So whether you are a Gemini or not, you just chat a lot, okay? And it could be about the things you like, different interests, or you just be gossiping as well. That's the Gemini energy. You be gossiping, okay? So people could think of you as two-faced, or I don't know. I'm hearing you have two different distinct friend groups as well. That could be coming through. So people are seeing you as one way, one friend group. That could be your past friends, and then your friends that you know now you're making as you're an adult are coming through as well, and are seeing you as this driven, very stern boss babe vibes. You're always working. You could never stay still. It's giving Prue, honestly, from Charmed. And how, like, I keep saying I'm rewatching the show, and in the most recent episode that I'm watching, she quit her job, where her job was taking up all her time at Buckland, I think it was the auction house she would work at, and she finally quit, and now she's doing photography, you know? But when she was in the stage of quitting and not having a new job, that in between, she couldn't sit still. Because she was so used to being in meetings, you know what I mean? Going out and having meetings with clients, being on the phone, being at the auction house, and, you know, being at an auction and doing stuff like that. She was always a person, and then she, like, worked her way up in the company, and she was, like, the person who was, like, not the boss, but close to being the boss kind of energy, you know what I mean? And she was always working. And then when she wasn't working, she had a hard time sitting still and just being lazy and doing nothing, you know? So that's the kind of vibes you're coming through as. So it could be two distinct friend groups coming through, or a bunch of different people coming through, trying to describe you and how you're viewed right now. And we have 11th house, which is friends. You do have a lot of friends, and friends are coming through. Friends and siblings. 11th house is also social media. So you're very friendly. Okay, all the things that I was saying are definitely coming through in the dice now, okay? It makes sense. We were talking about how you're someone who's very friendly and open to making new friends. That's Six of Cups, and that's 11th house energy. 11th house energy is also Aquarius energy, okay? And we do have the King of Cups in reverse. So for some of you, could be emotionally standoffish, okay? If you aren't the youngest child and that didn't resonate for you, you're someone who's hard to get to know because you're always all about your money and you're always working. And then people are like, this person, you would be such a good mother or a good wife or a good father or a good husband. But I'm like, I'm working on career right now. I'm making my money, okay? Stop talking to me about that other stuff, okay? That's you being the King of Cups in reverse. Like, nah, chill, relax. Your parents and the friends, like, where's your baby? When you having kids? Don't do that. Don't put that on me. If you want to have kids, have your own kids. How about that? You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Right now, you're working on your money, okay? Your job, your career. That stuff is coming through very heavily. But also family and siblings in, specifically are coming through for you guys. And friends. Venus also represents beauty as well. I forgot to say that. So some of you can be really pretty. Beautiful. I'm hearing some of you are damsels in distress, so I'm not going to completely take away from what I was saying earlier. We have lots of people watching, okay? Some of you are giving damsels, some of you are giving I'ma do it myself, okay? Take whatever resonates for you. But you're also like really kind and you always like to give back and help people, because I do believe the Six of Cups and the Six of Pentacles can be interchangeable. They give kind of the same vibes, except the Six of Cups shows or tells or that people feel more emotionally comfortable around you. You know what I mean? And it could be because you're so straightforward. That could be your friends feel comfortable around you and emotionally safe around you, and people you work with feel like you are this King of Cups in reverse. You know what I mean? Like that duality coming through for you guys. You're a little bit of both. Okay, let's get these cards and see what comes through. I feel like I'm falling behind. Okay, my group threes. Please spirit my group threes. How does the public really and truly view them? The public. People. Okay, we have two cards coming out. We have the passion flower, surrender. This is that vulnerable side to you coming out. And also, if I'm looking at the King of Cups, the King of Cups is someone who, upright, can be someone who is very stoic, someone who's hard to read. His emotions are on lock. The King of Cups in reverse is definitely someone who is more emotional. So I do feel like that is coming through. That was the first thing that came through for you. You're very emotionally vulnerable. Sometimes you're not when it comes to a workspace, because who would be? But then also is that this surrender coming out to say, hey, you are also. I'm hearing you know when to give up as well. You don't overextend yourself. Yeah, you work a lot, but if it's like coming to a point where it's not making any sense or not making you any money, you know how when to back out, you know? But you are full of passion, though, with this passion flower, okay? Some of you could think of you, people could think of you as delicate like a flower, which was definitely coming through. You guys are giving delicate and sweet and nice, okay? But maybe emotionally closed off because you haven't found love yet. Who knows? And that would be proved to a T, honestly. All she did was work, and it was very hard for her to find love because she was like, I don't want to depend on nobody. I don't need no man, you know. She would find perfectly good guys and would run from them. Here we have calendula, purity, which is what I was mentioning earlier. Okay, so that's coming out to clarify. Let me give you some more time to look at it. Purity. So sweet. Sweet, innocent younger sibling who likes to frolic, eat the flowers. And some people still see you as that younger sibling, even though you're grown. And that could be a problem as well. We have tobacco, offering. Look at you always offering your services and being nice to people. What was I saying? Exactly. Dependable. Maybe some of you smoke tobacco. That could be a thing as well. We have cacao, initiation. Initiation. And look at this, is looking like a hard nut to crack. The nut is being open and we have a heart being crowned. So you're always open with your emotions and freely flowing. Initiation. I might want to read from this, honestly. What does that even mean? We know what initiation is, but what does it mean in this context? Where's the box for that deck? I'm just curious. Initiation. I'm hearing imagination from that one SpongeBob episode. Herbs of the sun. This is an herb of Uranus. 110. Here we go. Upright, initiation, spiritual test, revelation, access to the cosmic heart. Look at that. Divine love, light beings, channeling languages of light. That is so cute. That's you guys. And we have like a hummingbird in there, so you could be like a really good singer, or your voice is really nice. But like flower is like giving me soft, like flower child. So maybe some of you kind of lean into that whole flower child archetype. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can find any. Yes, people do think of it like pure. So we have purity and then we have initiation, which represents light. It says, the sky gods are speaking and bathing your soul in liquid light as you traverse a series of spiritual tests. So look what I was saying about you going through transformations. You guys could be becoming someone new or going through a spiritual initiation. That could be what that means as well. Or you're going through an initiation to open up your heart space. So some people are seeing you as emotionally closed off and some are seeing you as emotionally open. It just depends who you're around or who you're with. Cacao is considered precious heavenly gifts from the sky gods. So you're considered precious and a gift, okay? I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to get too into these cards because they be chatting. Okay, what else? What else? At the bottom of the deck, we have love. Oh my freaking goodness. Stop playing in my face. We have love. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very. So, okay. So, some of you, I am getting the vibe, like I said, could be stay-at-home mothers and you have that ideal family home and you're very sweet to your kids. They're growing up in like a very safe environment. That is definitely coming through now that I'm thinking about it even more. Because of the Queen of Pentacles does represent the wife, okay? Archetype. 10 of Cups coming out, period, at all is giving happily ever after kind of relationship. So you could have found that. Then we have Venus come through with love, and then we have love coming through again. So love is a big thing in your life. A lot of people love you, could be a thing as well. If you don't have that romantic love, you have the familial love, you have the friendly love, you have the platonic love, you have the people at your job love you, you know what I mean? But you are surrounded by love. Either way, whether it's romantic or not. I'm not getting a big romantic vibe. I'm getting your friendships and the people you surround yourself with. There's a lot of love. And people who are looking at you from the public or people who are your friends, family, whatever, look at you and see love. You know what I mean? And this is so sweet. You guys are so stinking cute. Stop playing group 3. Like, get out of my face. Not love. Whoa. So sweet. And then we have Venus and the moon. So yeah, like very open-hearted, very sweet, very tender-hearted as well. It's giving like protect at all costs kinds of energies which you guys are giving off right now. Okay, now let's get into these cards here before I leave you. You guys are so little. Sweet chatterboxes. How many are these? I don't want to take all of these. We're going to put them back. These are like 7 cards. Group 3. How does the public really and truly view them? Oop, we have bullseye. Whatever that means. Right on the money, right on the mark, right on time. So you're really good at what you do, which is what I was also getting. You always hit the bullseye. Whether it comes to academia, crafts, it doesn't matter. Here we have pack your bags. Look at that. You're always traveling. Like I said, it's giving local travel within the bounds of your country, okay? You're always traveling, seeing the world. Or like I said, you're the little one who moved away, you know? And that's how people are viewing you, as an implant. Someone who doesn't really belong there, but you're there, you know? Or you weren't born there, I should say. Not that you don't belong. You have do-it-yourself, that Capricorn coming through. So you guys do really give like a really stern energy. So you're not all just sweet and this. There are certain people who see you as really stern, no nonsense, straightforward, to the point, hard worker, CEO, a very driven, passionate kind of energy when it comes to career, because Pentacles came through too many times for that not to be true. You're always working. And then we have tough it out. Interesting. So there could be some specific people who have always seen you tough it out, or you always seem like you're toughing it out, or people can always tell you that. Because when you seem to be more sensitive and, you know, you cry more easily, or you're very sensitive, people are like, girl, some balls. And it's like, no, that's, we're not getting into that. But I had an experience, bro, where I was like crying one time and someone was like, something. And I was like, what happened? It was something, okay? And they were like, they used the P word, you know, for the female genitalia, and I'm like, yeah, I can cry, obviously, because I have one of those, first and foremost, and I'm not a man, so why would I, you know what I mean? So, they could have said, like, grown some balls or something. I'm like, why would I? I'm not a man, you know what I mean? You know, something along those lines. And I'm like, you're expecting me to act like a man? I'm not. If I want to cry, I'm going to cry. You know what I mean? Grow some balls, tough it out. People could definitely tell you that a lot, because you're coming through as pure and love and surrender and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, yeah, I'm sensitive. What do you mean? Here we have pop the cork, and then we have cha-cha-cha. And it's funny how I was mentioning my friend that I work with at the dance place, and she's a really good dancer, so you could be a really good dancer. She could be watching this video. I'm about to send this to her when I post it. Like, girl, what group would you choose? And if you choose group 3, it makes a lot of sense. Pop the cork, celebration. So people would always be celebrating you, and I do think that is coming through in some kind of way. From what we've gone through here, you definitely are someone people celebrate and love, have very warm feelings for and towards. You could be someone who's trying to tough it out, but you're just very sensitive, period. And people try to take advantage of that, are always telling you, grow some bones, or da-da-da-da. And I'm like, why? If you're a guy, I don't know what to say about that. But if you're a girl and people are always telling you to toughen up, like, why? I'm supposed to be soft. I'm a woman. Okay, I'm a girl. Lay off. Okay, you love to travel, pack your bags, you're always going somewhere. I'm hearing like road trips. That's what the third house represents. The road trips, little backpacking things, you know, flying locally, that kind of energy. So you guys do a lot of that. And then we have cha-cha-cha, dance and celebration vibes. With the cha-cha-cha and the pop the cork, it does give that. So like you like to dance all out at a celebration is what's coming through. You're the one that's like really getting turned up at a party. And that is definitely the friend that I was mentioning. Both of them, honestly. And they're both Aries, so definitely. They're fearless when it comes to like having a good time and going out and partying. That's the kind of energy they bring to the function. I told y'all I'm gonna keep saying that, so I'm done now. Y'all gonna let me ride, let me rock for a second here. But yeah, those you bring to the function, you bring the good vibes. It's definitely the vibe that's coming through for y'all, okay? And I would say Geminis are quite fun. And they're coming through twice with third house and then Gemini itself. So you're someone who have like a loud laugh. You're always laughing. It's something that I'm hearing as well. But people are always inviting you places because they know that you're going to bring the good vibes, you know? I'm hearing getting drunk, getting tipsy. That could be something you guys do a lot as well. I don't know why, but that's coming through. Like when it comes to like having a good time and going out, you're going to be the person that's having a good time, okay? But I'm going to leave a reading right here. I don't want to get too long. We've already been here too long. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading, you could always get in contact with me. Use my email in the description box below. But if you're having, in the description box below, what comes next, I'm blanking. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you watch this reading. As always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Bye.